I can't make my own music, I'm sorry. Hello, folks. Hope everybody's doing well today. Hello, Andrew. Welcome in, welcome in. How are we, Melody? Good morning, darling. Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you. Oh, we'll be getting started properly in just a moment. I just gotta agree to the new Twitch terms of service, apparently, on the Twitch mobile app. I guess. Sure, why not? Well, yeah, whatever, whatever you say. Wait a minute. What's going on here? We met our follower goal of 170 last stream? That's crazy. I didn't even realize. I'm a little stupid. Oh no. That's cool. I like that. I mean, we're back. We're so back. That's amazing. Cracked. Hello, mademoiselle. Hello. I don't know if that's how you say that, but it feels like how you say that. Hello, mademoiselle. I don't know how to say anything in French. No, I've got nothing actually. I feel like I should know like a few incidental kind of French words and phrases, right? That feels like a gimme. You know, they had French classes like in my high school. I think in every high school I went to, they had French classes, right? That's like a pretty it's not like Spanish here, where there is a large portion of the American population that primarily or even exclusively speaks Spanish, right? So there's a very good reason to learn it here. Um, and so even not mine, only Spanish. Wow. I mean, I grew up in SoCal and they offered French classes. Like I'm kind of surprised by that. We had French and Russian in our school. Fancy. No, Spanish is pretty universally offered here, and French, is a pretty consistent one. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I've really seen any other languages offer. Well, there was one. I forget what it was. Fancy Pants McGee over here. Yeah, look at me going to the nice high schools. I did not all the time. I did the last high school I went to was kind of nice. Um, the others were in San Bernardino, California. I don't think there were any nice high schools there. If there were, they weren't where I lived. Um, I ugh, you know. I don't know. The first high school I went to, we had a on our attendance sheets. I kid you not. You know how they have the attendance codes, you know? Yeah, we all know this attendance codes for like the sheet, right? So it's not just like here or not here. There's like, oh, you can put in a mark. A certain letter means tardy or suspended. So you weren't expecting them at all. We had a K for kidnapped. And I always found that kind of interesting. It was kind of bad. There was definitely I don't remember what the letter code was for arrested, but there was one of those too. Or like detained, or, some in the custody of authorities. America's so weird. I only ever encountered this at one high school. America is weird, don't get me wrong, but this was like the high school itself wasn't in the roughest part of town, but California high schools, especially like in a big city like San Bernardino, they cover a very wide area. So it was located in I forget the name of the neighborhood. Um, I forget the name of the neighborhood. Hold on, we can look this up. Actually, we can take a moment. We can look this up. Let's go on Google Maps. Let's show you a little snippet of my old life. Let me open up Google Maps and then go away from it auto zooming on where I live right now. That would be far less than ideal, actually. Uh, let's exercise some decorum tonight. Here. Fuck, fuck, and close that. Oh, that's not hidden. Oh, lordy, Jesus H. Christ. I'm a fuck up. I'm a little fuck up. Red, delete that fuck up. Delete the VOD. It's dead. It's fine. It's fine. Fuck, my ears are gonna burn off. Anyhow, over here. San Bernardino will be right in here. Right here. Yeah. San Bernardino. Look at this. The grid. End stream, delete the mod, start new stream like it never happened. You see, the thing is, I'm not a coward, and I'll double check shortly and make sure there's nothing incriminating. There's nothing incriminating. I shouldn't make a big deal out of it. I was just suddenly very embarrassed. Cause I'm a fucking moron. Here's Muscoy. This used to be the murder capital of the United States. I lived right here, I think. Is this it? No, further over. Where are you? Come on. I live like basically right across the railroad tracks. Where are you? Oh my god, they've added so much, you know? They've added so much to this. Like, a lot of this wasn't here when I was growing up. This is it. This is my old house, right here. Doxing myself. So I lived there, in the Verdemont neighborhood, which was, a new mass construction, of the suburbs. You're so fucked if time travel happens. I'm so fucked if time travel happens. I show like my childhood home on stream on Google Maps, and suddenly like I disappear from existence. No, the time travelers will be nice. Cajon. Okay, so it's just named for the neighborhood. Cajon High School is where I went, where we had K for kidnapped. Um, you see, Cajon. I mean, look at the size of this, right? You can see this fucking high school from space. You can see it from like all the way up here. You can see that plot of ground. Like you can see it's right there. Huge high school. So Cajon took students from all the way in Verdemont, the Muscoy neighborhood, Arrowhead, Shannon Hills, Del Rosa. All of this got fed into Cajon, right? Many thousands of students at a time. Very big school. But yeah, sometimes students were. I think the main thing is like we say, K for kidnapped, and you're like, oh, what are people just driving around, fucking picking up kids and stealing them, and they're like, oh well, there goes another one. No. I think it was more like code used more regularly in like, a parent, like a case of divorce. The other parent ran off with them or something. Very sad still, but maybe not as violent, hopefully. Anyhow, that's 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 where I went to high school. That's where the kids get kidnapped. Oh lordy, Jesus Christ! Should I delete the VOD? Should I delete the VOD? Hold on, give me a moment. Give me a moment to look. Give me a moment to look. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. No, there was nothing. There was actually nothing. It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment, but there's actually nothing like incriminating. Okay. I'm chill. I'm fine. I'll roll with it. I'll take the L. I'll take the L. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I'm really stupid. It's my bad. I always close Discord before I stream, and this time because I was sending the message in Discord to announce the stream, and so it was still open. Oh, and because I wanted to lightly mention to somebody that I was starting a stream. That's why that was open. Fuck. God damn it. So what are we doing today? Moving on. Moving on. I haven't decided what we're doing yet today, and I wanted to run it by y'all. Actually, I've got like three candidates for things that we could do. I guess four. ENA. Not ENA yet, but I am genuinely interested. Like, the little snippets I've seen look like it's up my alley. Like, 100%. Um, I'm just not quite in the, I'm not, I'm not in the ENA mood yet. I need to be in the mindset. When the whim takes me. You know me, I'm full of whimsy. And speaking of whimsy, I have a whim here recently that has been building up. I've been kind of curious about Vintage Story, the hardcore Minecraft, you know. That kind of has been looking cool. I know like nothing about it. I don't own it yet. I'd have to buy and download it, so we'd have to spend some time messing about on the stream. That's okay. I made it. Greetings, hello, Micro. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. How have you been? It's been a second. So Vintage Story. Vintage Story is a thing that we could play. But I don't own it yet. So that's one of the big downsides. And honestly, it does seem a little longer form. So we'd probably just hop on and mess about with it and see what's going on. Maybe not the most exciting thing. Second candidate. I'm in a I'm in a Shadows of Forbidden Gods mood. And I've not shown it on stream yet. It is one of my favorite games right now. I really, really like it. It's a little ugly. I like it. I like it. It's just not the most visually pop off. Show us. Can I show you all that game? I would really like to. We could start a little world. I could show you why it's so fucking cool. It's genuinely an amazing, amazing game. It deserves so much more attention than it gets because it is yeah, that's what we're gonna do, actually. You know what, Mel? You talked me into it. I only needed one person to say yes. Shadows of Forbidden Gods. I'm in? Hell yeah. Okay, so when we get in, I'll give you the premise and the rundown. But you know those we all love these games. I say knowing that that it's like a very specific subgenre. But you know, like, Terra Invicta's one of the big ones right now. But there's a whole kind of subgenre of these kind of almost simulator-esque, infiltration slash cult slash secret society games. Um, you know, there's a lot of different flavors and twists, but it's kind of this idea of you versus an AI world of some kind, or AI threat of some description. And your main tool is subversion and infiltration. Kind of like Cult Sim, kind of like a Cult Sim. I mean, like Cult Simulator, but that's card driven. But yes, in that vein. Shadows of Forbidden Gods, honest to God, might be the strongest entry in the genre, and it's like totally slept on. Like, I'm gonna show it to you, and it's gonna look a little overwhelming at first, but it's not even that steep of a curve to learn. Like, we'll play a pretty simple game, and then you'll see the layers come together, and it's so good. I need a title. Uh, I got it. I got it. All right, that's a good one. I'll take it. Well, you know, hold on. I'm cooking. I'm cooking. Alright, I got it, I got it. Does this game even have a category? It might not. It does. It does have a category. Nobody's streaming it. I'm about to become the #1 Shadows of Forbidden Gods streamer. Let the little rat cook? That's me, that's me, that's me. I'm the little rat. I'm the little rat in the kitchen. I'm cooking. I got my big wooden spoon. It's bigger than I am. I'm having to, like, physically, like, run around the edge of the pot in order to stir. That's my streamer. That's my streamer. Look at her go. She's running. She falls in. She boils alive. Let me get this open. Let me get this open. I was thinking I was gonna have to wait a while for us to decide on what we're doing. I was raring to get back to Minesweeper actually. But that's my backup option for later. Oh, come on, Shadows. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Steam needs to open first. That's important. I'm so excited to show this off. I'm kind of nervous too. It's like, you know when you have like the funniest video you've seen like all week on your phone, and you're like, I want to show this to somebody, right? You go to one of your friends and you're like, hey, watch this. And that, even though it's not your creation at all, you really feel like you're putting yourself out there. You're emotionally vulnerable over a video that somebody else made that you found funny. That's me right now. That's me, that's me, that's me. We don't have to do Shadows of Forbidden Gods all stream, but we could. We could, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty long-form game. There's no way we're gonna get through a full game today. But if we like it, we could return to it. We'll see, we'll see. Here we are. I hear it. I hear it starting up back there. Let me get the rat, too. Oh my god, I almost forgot the rat. Hold on. Let me... Where's my rat? Bring it to me. There we go. Rat mode. It's me. I flip on my face cam. There we go. Hello, folks. Welcome to Shadows of Forbidden Gods. We're gonna start a new game. I've got a game in progress that's going pretty well. I've got a sticky note right here next to me with all the details on what I'm supposed to be doing in that game. We're not gonna play that game right now. In fact, I'm moving the sticky note. The sticky note goes over here in the corner where I'll lose it and forget about it. Instead, I'm gonna start a new game. So the principle of Shadows of Forbidden Gods is that you, well, I mean, it's right down here in the corner. Let me read it off to you. There are many myths, religions, stories, and legends as to the great evils which existed long before humans built their first cities and tamed the wilds. Most are false. Unfortunately, one is true. One of these forbidden gods is fated to return. And that's the premise. You get to select a god. This is the starter god, She Who Will Feast. Space Worm. Space Nick, don't worry about her. One of these gods is going to be who you play as, who returns and destroys humanity. That's the bit, right? I love steaks. Steak god is pretty cool. So she's a starter god. She's kind of got two main deals, right? Number one is her powers are pretty basic and allow for you to just kind of boost the activity of your agents. She doesn't do anything crazy on her own, but she supports her agents pretty well as they go about the world and infiltrate and weaken humanity. And then as she awakens, she hatches. And she hatches as a tiny baby snake. You know, only the size of a city. I love the art. The art's so good. I love the way that it looks, actually. And, like, we'll get into the game and you'll see, like, it's pretty... the art looks good, but there's not a lot of it, right? You'll see what I mean. It's very board game. It's very like stuck together, right? I'd make a deal with her. I mean, what that tongue do? But we're not gonna play She Who Will Feast today because currently I am obsessed with Yaster the Laughing King. Yaster the Laughing King is also pretty new player friendly per the contributing designer's notes down here. But you know, this is the King in Yellow, right? If you have any familiarity with that, you know exactly what we're about to get ourselves into. This is the King in Yellow. Copyright free. Quite simply, a certain cursed scripture, lost to the ages eons ago, tells a tale of the Laughing King. Both incredulous occult circles and respected divination schools claim that once every millennia, the same tome resurfaces, driving its readers insane and spreading a terrible darkness across the world. Readers of the Laughing King know the truth of this world, the worlds to come, and the worlds that preceded this one. We get a cool book and we get to drive people crazy with it. It's sick. I can't explain much more of the game from here, so let's get it started. I already know how this god works, so we'll just grab that. World parameters, like any of these games, you get to fiddle around with the world gen. I'm gonna put it on hard, because that's the difficulty I've started playing on, and it's been pretty comfortable for me. I don't want to make the game look too easy now. I wouldn't say that I've found this game especially hard so far. It poses a challenge and it makes you chew on things. It makes you think. But it's not hard in the sense that, like, you have to approach it from an absolutely optimal point at all times in order to have a chance of victory. You've got a lot of tools in your toolbox you can apply. This guy reminds me of a certain ENA character who talks like this, with the sentence being separated so that you read it very, very strangely. Love it. Do we want to do... So there's 3 kind of pre-selected default worlds. World 0, World 1, and World 2. World 1 is the one I've got my current Yaster game on, so I know that like the back of my hand at this moment. I've not played a lot with World 2, and I've beaten World 0 with the snake, but I haven't played a Yaster on it yet. Or we could do a random world. Let's do a random world. You know, let's get a random one going here. That'll be good. Then we'll use the default options. Get all these hits out of my way. There we go. Let's see what we got going. What the hell is this? We're on the edge of the world here. Oh, okay. Oh, this is interesting, actually. What the hell's going on down here? Deserted Ascon. Nobody lives here. What the hell? Alright, this is our world. This is our world. This is where we live now. This is the world that we have awoken into, that we are awaking into, and it is our goal to destroy humanity. That's it. Just do it. Just do it. Just destroy humanity. Not a big deal, right? Well, we start off relatively small and weak, so it's not going to happen anytime soon. But let's take a look at our little starting situation here. Let's look in. This is the Elder Tomb. This is always our starting point. Redstream, hello, Peach, hello, welcome in, darling. I hope you're doing well. Oh, we're playing my silly little nerd game today. I'm sorry. So, you start from the Elder Tomb every time. It is immediately and permanently enshadowed, so it'll slowly kind of leak evil shadow out to surrounding areas. We'll talk about what that does in a moment. And your first agent starts here, the Supplicant. The Supplicant is all on board with what you're about. You know, the supplicant is like, yo, crazy people book? I think more people need to be reading this. This is my favorite book of the year. I'm starting a book club. And we're on board with that. So, agents. So this is basically Civ 8. This is Civ 8. You don't have to say sorry, silly. I do have to apologize for talking about and showing the things that I like, even though this is my stream. Imagine. So this is basically Civ 8. I'm gonna walk through the character sheet here, and some of these numbers are gonna suddenly make sense. It's very, very simple, right? This is the core of this game right here, is characters, is agents. Heroes are just the good side of agents, and we'll get into them in a second. So this is the Supplicant. The Supplicant has 4 stats. Every character has 4 stats. Might, Lore, Intrigue, Command. These stats all correspond to certain challenges that you can engage in. For example, Intrigue, one that we're going to be using a lot, allows you to infiltrate places, pull off heists, subtle assassinations, all that kind of stuff. Lore is more about using magic, right? Command is your ability to kind of control groups of people directly, you know, like military command, usually. Many of these stats have elements of them that bleed over onto the character sheet. Greater Might, for example, does help you complete Might-related challenges, but it also makes you hit harder. Command does help you command armies, but it also increases your command limit for your party, right? So you can have more and better minions, that kind of deal. You should apologize for not showing this sooner. Oh, wow. So, tabbing off the Supplicant real quick to show you an example here, right? So keep in mind, this is an Intrigue 4 character. This is going to matter a lot. Let's go over to Etat Village down here. You see this is connected, so we could just move directly here this turn. And I am tabbed into challenges right now. So this is every challenge that could legally be done at this location. A lot of these are not things that our agents are actually going to be able to do. Like all this holy stuff, our agents aren't part of a holy order, so none of this holy stuff is ever going to be relevant to us unless we do something crazy, right? But here, infiltrate farming community, well, this is our bread and butter, right? This gets our cultists into critical positions in the area. It softens the target. It opens up new opportunities for us. Infiltration is something we're going to be doing a ton of. You can see it's purple, so you can easily recognize it's an intrigue challenge. And then it has this little bit right here, complexity, 75. Complexity, you can think of that as the amount of progress that you need to make in order to complete the challenge, right? It's not that infiltration is difficult. It's not like D&D where we have to roll a die and see if we do the infiltration. No. It is presumed that our agents, with enough time and effort, are competent enough to infiltrate the farming community, right? They can just do that. But depending on the complexity, that determines how long it's going to take. So every turn that you're doing a challenge, you will tick up progress equal to the relevant stat. So the Supplicant will gain 4 progress every turn. And when you hit 75 progress, which is the complexity of this infiltration, then it completes automatically. And so a higher intrigue stat makes it so you can do complicated tasks faster. Does that make sense? It's very simple. It's very straightforward. That's the bread and butter of the game. That's how pretty much all of this works. That's the bedrock. But of course, if the peasantry is significant, then you must rally them to the cause. Of course. We must rally the peasants. So then, you've got, that's how all this works. Brutal assassination, This is a might-based one, where you just kind of storm in and fucking kill the leader. Higher complexity, right? This'll take the might. Raid the periphery, lower complexity, pretty easy. Also takes might. And then you see there's these other numbers here. This also goes into the character sheet. Profile and menace. You can see here, infiltrating the farming community, only 2 profile, 9 menace. Pretty quiet activity to do. Brutally assassinating the ruler of a location is 20 profile and 26 menace. What do these things mean? Well, they're very self-explanatory. We come over here to the character sheet again. You see our supplicant has 0 profile and 0 menace. Profile is how visible you are. It's how far away you can be seen. This is like your reputation. Hey, I hear the supplicant is hiding out in the Elder Tomb, right? How do you know this? Well, if their agent is high profile, information about them travels further. Every 10 profile is 1 tile. The supplicant has 0 profile, he's invisible. Nobody knows he exists. He's nobody. It's exactly how we like it. It's not gonna stay that way. Menace is how threatening your character is. Not in the sense of how dangerous they are, but more of a meta, how threatening is this individual to society? If I'm a hero, right? If I'm a hero and I see a 0 menace supplicant, it doesn't matter how high profile they are. If I see a 0 menace supplicant, that's just some guy. He's popular. I know about him, but I'm not particularly inclined to go kill him, right? If the supplicant has 60 menace, that's a major threat, and I'm gonna go try and whack him. That kind of deal. That's how that works. So menace you can think of as how likely we are to get got. Profile is who knows about us, how far away they can be. Easy, right? And then when you complete challenges, that's when the profile and menace from those challenges gets put onto your sheet. That's it. All there is to it. And menace is also YouTube subscribers, yes. Right now we have 0 YouTube subscribers. It is our goal to get the supplicant as many YouTube subscribers as possible, so then he can die live on stream by getting swatted. Let's see, other fundamentals. I mean, we can probably kind of start just looking around. I'm not going to front load you all with too much information. You understand the pure basics. When we encounter other things, I'll explain them as we go, and eventually this is going to make sense. This is a beautiful tapestry, right? We've got a little bit of a weird starting position here. On one hand, we can fuck up our starting area pretty readily. Okay, I'm just clicking around. I'm seeing the lay of the land. So this is a relatively weak kingdom down here. Who is this? What the hell's happened down here? King Don Tabut. Also, all the names are nonsense. I'm sorry. If there's one flaw with this game's readability, it's that every name is like right out of a fantasy generator. But I like the theming of like all your agents are like the supplicant, the courtier. It's more like they're named by their roles. I've never seen this. This little kingdom is only a single village. Who's your heir? She just lives there. This kingdom is a single village. Guys out here playing Mountain Blade in the middle of the desert on the end of the map. Okay. City-state? Yeah, I mean, city-states exist. We can go find some right now. The Queendom of Aviv. is a fine example of what a city-state usually looks like. We've got here a coastal city-state. It's got docks in it. This is another thing. Locations usually have more than one place in them. Cities do, at least. So it's got the palace, the docks, and the library. You can see that they're relatively prosperous. There's a strong habitability here. They supply all of their own food, although they are at their maximum population. So they are at carrying capacity right now. They have a queen. They've got an heir who lives in the city because they don't have any other locations. There's a hero here who's an elf. Okay. Yeah. So this is a little city-state here. That's cool. We're down the city-states. That's fine. I've just never seen one this small. It's not even a proper city. It's just a village. This is a little farming community that has its own independence. Good for them, I guess. So, our little our neighboring initial territory here, they're not very strong, but they field a few troops. If you added up all the armies here, this is a country of about 200 and a little bit of change army strength. Nothing to laugh at. But then, like, a single city up here. This is another city-state. The city of Chess has, like, 156. And why does that matter? Well, these armies could go marching around on our behalf. I'm just kind of getting the lay of the land right now more than anything. So this is a medium-sized, relatively weak and vulnerable kingdom down here. This would be pretty easy to push over. I'm just not sure what I'd want to do with them. They have a lot of libraries. Let's see. Market. They've got a couple markets. This one's got reasonable prosperity, so you could buy some good stuff there. No one bothered to invade. Yeah, it's got 15% habitability. Humans can barely even live down here. What the fuck? That's so sad. Does this guy, like, have much family? No, it's just him. It's just him. He's just down here playing Mountain Blade. This is what your Mountain Blade playthrough looks like early when you, like, secede with your, like, single village. Because, your king didn't give you the castle that you lost 100 men in trying to invade. Huh. Alright, cool. Sick. Good for them. Not sure what we do with this. We've got some interesting opportunities. We've got a couple docks down here, which we could infiltrate and use to bring in things from the deep. Don't worry about it. It's fine. The fish is supposed to look that way. We've got a couple libraries, and these libraries generate arcane secrets. Now, it's a little early for this, but if we wanted to get into magic, if we're willing to risk that, magic is very optional to get into, like real magic, like casting big spells. If you get into it, then the mages of the world will start a magical arms race with you. But if you ignore it, they stay relatively placid. So getting into magic is something we could do, and securing the magic secrets down here could give us a head start. Maybe. There's only one hero down here, this mediator. Nothing too special about him. They like this wayfinder. Who are ya? Yeah, they like this guy. They like this elf. Shadow Wizard Buddy Gang. We love casting spells. And it would be interesting because there's also a geomantic locust down here. And so we could get a geomancer, educate them in the libraries, and then have them cast some big spells down here. It's just the question remains why. You know, what do we get out of that? And there's a lot of things. That's the thing. You've got a huge toolbox in this game. Hypothetically, I guess you could cast a big spell to increase the habitability of this region. It's easy to enshadow. It's isolated. You could turn this into a pretty strong little kingdom of darkness, and then use it to invade the elves to the north? Question mark? Hmm. The capital is usually the largest city. If not, then it's a top 10. It would be very unique to have a capital with a population of 1. Well, it's a population of 13. Um, 13,000? I don't know. It's a little vague how much this actually is. It's relatively prosperous down here, but they're very small. But what we could do, and this is one thing, this is a candidate plan, that's what we're going through. What you could do with this geomantic locus where it is you could bring a mage here who's specialized in geomancy and have them cast a spell to increase the habitability of the surrounding area. This would increase the relative strength of the cities down here. And if you were to enshadow all of this and turn it into a dark empire, maybe we could use that as an invasion base to go into the rest of the world. I don't know. I don't know. Candidate plan. Probably a stupid one. We'll think about it. Maybe we'll think about just like slowly enshadowing this place instead of totally destroying it. It's not really strong enough to be a real threat. It's right on our doorstep. They're pretty screwed. Let's look to our north. So we got a lot of elves up here. Elves are a little interesting. I don't know very much about dealing with elves. I've seen them in World 1. They haven't done much to me yet. But elves have this mechanic, this modifier, called Elven Arrogance. And this is a measure of whether they should get involved with worldly affairs, or if they're just that much better than humans. As Elven Arrogance drops below the 150% mark, they become more receptive to human diplomacy and doing things to help humanity. As they go above the 150% mark, they become less likely to help humanity and may even align themselves with us, supposedly. I don't know. I don't necessarily know what benefits we get from corrupting the elves, but hey, I can always get behind a corrupted elf. So we got a lot of them up here. Unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately. There's one crystal smith that I see. No, there's two. Fuck. God damn it. I don't know very much about the elves. Lanky leftovers? Yeah, they're, well, something. So, elves have these characters in them called crystal smiths, and they make elfstone crystals, which absorb shadow from their holders. Potentially a lot, right? So this crystal smith has two 180 plus strength elfstones on her person. Oh my god. No. You will never corrupt this lady. Ever. Period. And she's gonna go around, like, giving these away, right? 165, so we need to steal these. We need to get these elf stones away from their leadership if we want to stand any kind of chance of corrupting these elves. That's gonna be tough. Not impossible, just difficult. The Elven Fions right here doesn't actually have very high security. They're relatively arrogant. If we infiltrate the areas around them, which are hard targets, unfortunately, maybe we could sneak in. Okay, so the elves, maybe there's some stuff we could do with them. Let's keep looking. What the hell is this? More city-states. More city-states. Lots of little city-states up here in the north. Actually, this isn't a city-state. Hold on. No, this is part of the kingdom up here. It's just not properly attached. Yeah, they haven't settled all this land. But what's this? We got another... This is a relatively sizable kingdom. All their armies are pretty small. This is the biggest army down here, and it's pretty isolated. Where's your capital? I should be able to visually identify it. Unless I'm stupid. Oh my god. look at this. Hold on, hold on, hold on, folks. Look at this. Look at this massive opportunity. So this is another relatively, moderate-sized kingdom. But there's a deep one cult in their capital. So, and that's where their big army is, too. This is their most powerful city. You take this out, the whole kingdom's crippled. Ooh. Okay, alright. I think I see a scheme here. I think I see a scheme. That's what this game's all about. Schemes within schemes. I want to support this Deep One cult. I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea. I think they're probably about to get decimated, so it's gonna take a while. So the way that this Deep One cult works, it's kind of like, it grows slowly over time on its own, right? If it ever hits 300% on this modifier, it will, the settlement falls and becomes a Deep One sanctum, right? They're all fish people now. But as it grows, it also develops menace and greater profile, which means that heroes will come and keep it in check, right? So if you support them by concealing them and feeding them more power and resources, you can eventually hatch the Deep One cult. And that's a big win. Okay, so that's a way to deal with the Queendom of Hatanat. That's good. They border the seat of the Monkhood of Dawn. Oh god, I'm sorry. I'm getting so into the analysis here, and this is why I like this game so much. So we got a religion here. We'll come back to the religion shortly. Remind me. Don't forget about the Monkhood of Dawn. That's important. Deep One sounds like a smartphone model. Deep One. Hey, have you gotten the new Deep One? Have you gotten Deep 2? We've got another... Ooh, hold on. This actually looks like the Big Kingdom. Yeah, this is... So, we've got the world's true middle kingdom here. Estrias. Estrogen. Ruled by King Parit, Egodia. Let's take a look. Easy way to tally up. Sort by military strength. Dear Lord, look at this. The second biggest nation is Hatanat, with a population of 585 and a military strength of 338. Dwarfed by the Kingdom of Estrogen. Military strength of over 1,000. Population 1,835. Oh my god. Don't forget about the religious people. Thank you. Oh boy. Okay. So that's the big one. That's we're gonna have to break that. That's the big problem here. There's also this continent to the north that we need to parse. We need to look into what's going on up there. But oh, god. How do we deal with this place? I'm just poking around. I'm looking to see if there's any vulnerabilities at a glance. The big one... There's this coven here. I'll strike if it was proven. Oh, that's not how I say that. Prussian? I don't know. I don't know how to say the funny bee. So we got a coven here. We can get involved with some witchcraft. So it's pretty easy. You can walk an agent in here and take over this coven, and then perform dark worship at it to rapidly spread shadow through the surrounding area. It's good, but it rapidly creates menace, and so eventually an army will be sent over to burn down the coven. So it's a very temporary, you hit the button, you go hard for a while, And if you don't have something to actually defend it, well, you're a little out of luck. Although I say that, there are orcs here. Austria, if it was Prussia. Austria, if it was Prussia. Okay. Wow, there's some great territory here to expand the orcs into. So we got a baby orc camp here. They're baby. They're so small. They're tiny. Itty bitty orcs. They're gonna have some trouble expanding down here. The Coven might be in their way, unfortunately. I'm not sure. The Coven might actually be in the Orcs' way, which, if true, is a problem. But you've got an Orc Horde down here. You can create an Orc agent. I've never even clicked on any of these buttons. I've just been poking around the map this whole time. You can create other agents. You enthrall other agents, and many of them have, like, conditions for which they need to be, that need to be met for you to create them. And one of the agents you can create is a warlord, an orc warlord. All he needs is an orcish fortress. So you could create a guy down here. And he could potentially, you know, try to lead the orcs to global victory, I guess. But those orcs, they look like they're in a little bit of a tough spot. We might need to weaken this kingdom first. I'm just not seeing any, like, immediate vulnerabilities is the problem. Probably what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to develop a base of power across the sea. Yeah, develop a base of power across the sea. And then use that as a staging point to fuck up this kingdom, maybe? Or we could go with a mad plan. I'll come back to that one. Another larger group of elves over here. City-state. This side's pretty uncomplicated. You know, this kingdom dominates the area. And then there's this continent up here, and then we'll actually make a plan and we'll play the damn game. More orcs. These orcs are actually being actively attacked and burned down. These orcs are actively being attacked and burned down, but not by very strong armies. The B is an Izet. It used to be a SS until they made a custom letter sound. Ah, I see. So, this is tricky. This continent is its own little beast, right? Because what's gonna happen over the course of this game is we're gonna select kind of areas that we're operating in, and that our agents are weakening and setting up for the awakening of our god. And then other areas are going to be like, oh, by the way, the Chosen One came and talked to us. I haven't even talked about the Chosen One. Oh my god. The Chosen One came and talked to us, and we formed this thing called the Alliance, and we're gonna fuck your shit up. So weakening the different areas of the world is good. This is just all tiny little city-states. Most of them, I mean, the ones down here on the far side of the island have a bit of an army, but up here in the north that are threatening these orcs? I mean, these orcs could win. With, like, the right nudge. Maybe we support these orcs. Maybe this is, like, my first agent is an orc warlord into the fortress 4chan. Maybe we go support Fortress 4chan? G-chan? And we fucking counter push. We could try. This sounds weirdly like Plague Inc. You know, you're not totally wrong. Just more complicated. There's some ruins down here. Yeah, there's been a lot of fighting. We could win this war. With the proper support and the right plays, I think this war is actually winnable. It's gonna be an investment, but I think we try. I think we try. I think I'm gonna support the orcs up here on this continent. I think that's gonna be one of our agents. The supplicant will just try to get us madness spread from, and like power from getting the tome out, which I haven't even explained. But yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think I protect this horde with my goddamn life. Who's the chosen one? Hi. She doesn't know it yet. Oh, and she's part of like the biggest kingdom on the map too. This middle kingdom, the kingdom of estrogen, it's gonna be a real problem. Like serious issue. Okay, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll come up with a plan. So, number one, first action. How deep in are we? First action. We need to select an upgrade for the supplicant. So not only does each agent kind of have their own unique stuff going on, they usually have three kind of starting traits that you can choose from that define further and specialize the agent. And I am thinking, we've got three choices here. I'll let you all weigh in, because I think any of these could be good. We're just about an hour in. Absolutely adore that it's been nearly an hour, and the red is only just now taking your first turn. Hey, listen. So we got Protector of the Tome, which, to put it very simply, makes the Supplicant much stronger while the Laughing Tome is being carried. Previously, the way I read this, I was like, why would you take this? The Supplicant would have to be carrying the Tome, right? I think this might be if anybody is carrying the Tome, because that's an important mechanic. So I think that if somebody is trying to steal the Tome, the Supplicant can just show up and beat them to death, is what this is. Which would be really funny if that's how it works. There's an orc. There's not an orc, an ogre that we could recruit if we need the extra muscle. This is a candidate. This would be reasonable. I haven't played this before. Genuinely adore. Love to hear you yap. I do love yapping. This is a good yapping game so far. Maddening Tongues is actually pretty darn good. It's just passively, like, when you're in a human settlement, this guy is just, like, saying fucking nonsense. Just the madness is slowly ticking up while he's there. Just generally good. You get value from this. And then Favorite Toy. I like Favorite Toy. Once per game, if the Supplicant dies, they are returned to the Elder Tomb with their menace and profile reset to their minimums. So basically, it's a second life, and it potentially allows for your Supplicant to take the fall and still stay in the game. Pretty much guaranteed value from Favorite Toy, guaranteed value from Maddening Tongues. Protector of the Tome could be a very interesting playstyle. I'm going to leave that all up to you, actually. I'll play any of them. I have no strong feelings which one we take this time. While you all tell me what you want our Supplicant to be doing, I'm going to create a Warlord. We're going to come up here. We're going to create a Warlord. And I'm going to give him... Fuck. God. I need, I'm going to need a banner to make this work, is the problem. So as much as I would like to take the early command to, like, rally a good army to pull this off, I think I need to take the early might so I can fucking kill an upstart. I think I need to murder this guy. Yeah, I need to murder this guy. I vote for whatever is the most aggressive option. I think that's Protector of the Tome. We can figure out how Protector of the Tome works. This is how our democracy works here. Whoever speaks first makes the decision. This guy's now a Protector of the Tome. So while the book is being carried, and we'll want to test this, but now he's like double strength. He's actually like so strong all of a sudden. He could probably even kill Mediator, or at least drive her off on his own. That's crazy. He goes from being super weak to super strong. Crazy. Our Warlord has attack 5, defense 2. but less health. He has initiative. I'm trying to do the math here and see if we can just kill this orc upstart, like, first thing. Is the way that orcs work is their upstarts carry banners. And whoever holds that banner can command the horde, right? It's a little item that you can carry. My orc here is just an orc, you know? He doesn't have any built-in command capacity until he can get his hands on a banner, which means he needs to prove himself better than an upstart by killing them in brutal combat, not even necessarily one-on-one. We could raid a settlement, get some gold. Get some gold, buy some troops, go kill an upstart, but that's going to take a while. This needs to happen fast. If we're going to save these orcs, we need to get an army together really quickly. So I just need to figure the fastest way to do this. Can I kill this guy? So I deal 3. He deal 3 back to me? I think that's lethal, but I think he runs. I don't think I can kill him. I think I can make him flee, is the problem. And, yeah, no, I can't. I don't think I can kill him. I need gold first. I need gold. I can't rob him. We're gonna have to do an orcish raid first. That's okay. Geez, planking terms, I'm pushing severity this run. Yeah. So in 6 turns, we'll pop a raid. Our warlord here. Does anybody... I can rename this warlord. Does anybody want to be my orc warlord? Who wants to save the orcs of the north? Actually. Let's get you all in here. So they're gonna get some gold. It nominates Andro. Warlord Andro? Actually, it suits you. Warlord Andro. Alright, Andro, you're gonna save the orcs of the north. The frigid north. And the supplicant? Does anybody want to be the supplicant, actually? Fine. We believe in you, Andro. I'm so on board with this. You can do it, Andro. I believe. Elder Tomb. Yeah. Okay. Raiding party. Alternatively, hold on. Alternatively, we skip this step. Alternatively, I throw some power in here. Actually, hold on. We're changing the plan. So this is important. We have power. Power is our god's ability to influence the world. You know? We are Easter, the Laughing King. And our first power costs 1. And this boosts the infiltration of selected location. Now, the cost of this is going to go up as our god breaks seals and we become more powerful. But early game... I can't infiltrate this. Never mind. Keep raiding. Carry on, Andro. You know what you're doing. At least now I won't always be warm. Yeah, you're going to be cold. Mine got a sheep orc in it. It wants to be the supplicant. Puppy. Peach, you're very supplicant. There you go. All right, and now you're gonna operate down here. So we'll probably give you some early support because I've just got a free infiltration here. What's our first target? So down here, one of the first things that we want to do. So talking about Easter in particular, we have this tome, right? We've talked about it briefly. It spreads madness. It's really cool, right? In and of itself, it's a great weapon, but also, while the tome is deployed, while rulers and heroes are reading it and it's being passed from hand to hand, being read by humanity, we gain power way faster, right? Right now, our current rate of power gain is 1% per turn. This will go up slowly as we break seals and the game goes on. But we can boost this massively by deploying the tome, which will greatly accelerate us. So Peach's early goal, Peach's immediate goal is going to be to get this tome into somebody's hands. And I think that's going to be... Yeah. Okay. Let's go down here. Who are you? Well, these are the mints, actually. Nah, let's do this. Let's do this. So down here, we've got this little bastion here. We're gonna instantly infiltrate it with our power. Peach is gonna come down here, and now that it's infiltrated, instead of having to do the complex job of actually infiltrating the place, I'm gonna send Peach. I could rob their treasury, don't get me wrong, but we don't really need the money yet, do we? I'm not seeing any immediately amazing items in the local market. Nah, not immediately. Let's do a subtle thievery. Peach and its agents are gonna steal into the ruler's vaults and extract a little bit of gold and leave something behind in exchange. And that's our setup. That's our setup. Now we roll it. I'm gonna keep an eye up here. The orcs are burning. The orcs are dying. I don't want to learn about religious tension. We never did check on the religious folk, actually. God, the orcs might not survive up here. I'm gonna hope. I'm gonna dream. I don't know if these orcs survive. I'm gonna hope so. Sire, shit hath hitteth the fan. Deploy our book. Deploy the book. What is this religion, anyways? This is going to be an overwhelming screen. Don't try to read this. This overwhelmed me the first time I read it, and then eventually it started to make sense. They like temples and preaching. What are your moral tenets? Ooh, this ain't bad for us, actually. Charitable works is they'll try to support reconstruction efforts to reduce devastation, and they'll destroy arcane secrets. And the Church of Truth doesn't like deep ones. The Church of Dawn goes up against Plague. And that's it. So the Monkhood of Dawn, the Church of Truth, the Church of Dawn. We need to rename one of these. I can't have a Monkhood of Dawn and a Church of Dawn. Church of Truth, Dawn... Monkhood of... somebody come up with a better name for one of these. The UI might need a touch-up. That's the worst part about this, is like, the UI is functional, don't get me wrong. It's just like you show this to somebody and it's like, what are you talking about? This is your favorite story generator of all time. We'll get there shortly. The Chosen One's out here just fighting bandits. She'll become aware of us soon. There you go. Now Peach over here has successfully stolen 35 gold. We only did a small, subtle stealing to keep her profile low, but that's enough to plant the Laughing Tome. And its job is done. Monkhood of Mumps. Okay, maybe. Germinium. In the dead of night, past complacent or distracted guards, a figure slips into the palace, grabs what it came for, and departs. It will be many hours before anyone notices anything was moved. Very good job. Alright. Excellent work, Peachy. Anarcho-Bidenist commune, maybe? We are going to make Peach better at intrigue, because we're going to be doing a lot of early intrigue challenges. So now we look over here. Oh, now we've planted the tome. It's not going to show quite yet. It's about to spike. Keep in mind, current rate of power gain is 4% per turn. Next turn, it's going to be like 20-something%. We could go into the City of Best. So now we want to be priming this kingdom for action. Probably just send you over to infiltrate this farming community while this Baron is driven insane slowly. And Peach just wants to keep this book changing hands into the hands of more and more powerful and influential people. That's its job. Up here, the orcs are burning. I have bad news. Wait a minute. Oh, good. They're going down here. All right, we do have a chance here. We've got a shot. We've got a shot at survival. This is gonna be desperate. 18 gold only? It'll have to be enough. Hire a goblin, please. Hire a goblin, por favor. All right. There's a little bit of an orc army here. We've just started the long march. Just you watch. We'll win this. Andro, I believe it. But now you have to go put down internal party dissent. I think with the goblin... you win. The goblin should absorb the hit from this guy. I think you gotta go do a murder real quick for me. For me, please. The combat's very simple. It's pretty predictable if I remember how it works. So, attacker hits first. 5 attack versus 7 HP and 2 defense. Defense is just temporary HP that you get every fight. So you hit. Guy gets fucking gaunt. Andro's taken no damage. Swings, kills. Orca are upstart dead. We're in business, folks. We're in business. Oh my god. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful art. Look at that orc chest right there. It's not safe for stream. But Warlord Andro has defeated and killed the orcish claimant and would-be warlord. With the orc dead, the others will fall in line. They understand the value of strength, and we understand their culture well enough to follow the leadership rituals. They will follow if we promise gold, glory, revenge, and carnage. With enough violence applied to the right people at the right time in front of the right crowns, orcs can be fashioned into a useful fighting force. You're gonna go parade the head around. Damn. Goblin's little green book will save us. Good job, Goblin, you did it. So you're gonna take Orc Upstart's banner, and you're gonna take all of his gold. You're rich, Andro. You're rich. And now, it's time. Well, I say it's time. Now we've got a problem. Can we save these orcs? These poor boys. It's just, I need the fortress more than anything, you know? Alright, you've got to get to Fortress John. Fortress John, please, protect us. It might be too slow. It might actually be too slow. Random event, okay. As Supplicant Peach goes about its business, they're called to by a trader. Every 10 turns, you get a random event that affects one of your agents if they're doing a task. This can be good, this can fuck with them. We're getting fucked with right now. Called to by a trader, sitting beside his assortment of wares. What a gentleman. He's been watching for a while now and has realized that Peach is involved in some affairs they may not want the guards to knowing about. He assures Peach that he has no intention of turning customers over to the guards, ensuring that the subtext is well understood that if the agent does not make a purchase, they would not be a customer, and so might not be as safe from his reports. He may, of course, not be trustworthy, and possibly the item bought will turn out to be of no worth at all. But Peach does have some gold, and I'm a gambler, so Peach can drop 30 gold and potentially get a rare item, potentially get a common item, or potentially get something useless. But we'll avoid. And the Chosen One just had like a flash of a crazed streamer talking about a book. She knows that we're live streaming the end of the world. It's terrible. So she's aware now. She'll start doing stuff. A basic axe. That's actually not bad. Considering that Peach is gonna have to beat some people to death, the axe is pretty good. I'll take it. You know? That normally would cost us 35. We got it for 30. 5 gold discount. This fortress is so fucked. I'm sorry. Another seal breaks. Oh god, they're both starting to raise the location. Can I please? I don't know if I can save these orcs. It's the unfortunate truth. I think it's going to take too long with both these armies here. We'll find out. We'll find out. This event means nothing. Andro goes and drinks some grot. Andro enters a tent filled with a clamor of excited orcs. A single jug stands in the middle, and they gesture him towards it. The orcs of Fortress Sichad have come together to honor your agent's leadership with a toast. Drink some good grot. Fortress Chan is burning. Okay, it's infiltrated. It's infiltrated, but it's only got like 37 strength left. One of the armies gave up. One of the armies gave up. The orcs were beaten up enough. So this is a menace thing, right? Yeah, one of these armies, one of these societies was like, yeah, we suppressed the orcs enough. We're done. We're going home now. The fools. Fools. Okay, good. We can work with this. We can work with this. So now Andro raises a raiding party. It'll take 4 turns. Andrew's literally like just in time. Oh my god. Okay, just in time. Let's watch this. And we also need to go give Peach an order. Peach, what are you doing out here? The book's doing work. The book is doing good work. I can pop up here, infiltrate this next fortress, maybe? We'll need a little bit more gold, and we'll want to... What did I say? Never doubt the party. The enemy is a paper tiger. They lack the ideological strength to carry through with victory. This is the other horde. The Chosen One just killed their leader. So, the Chosen One, what is the deal with them? They're a hero, of course, right? But they're immune to gaining menace. They're immune to my god powers. I can't use anything against them. And they have access and a drive to warn the world that I'm coming, that I'm on the way, that I'm gonna fuck them up. The Chosen One, I don't have to pay too much attention to him right now, but she'll be a problem later on down the line. We'll talk more about her later. For now, my schemes. King of Lang is just decked on the Horde. Why? Stop. Exorcist Zhao Tong hates Andro for raising a new Horde. L. And now we've got a small party here. So right now Andro has 6 folks. That's not bad. But we should recruit some more raiders. 8 turns. Is that fast enough? Oh no, Automod won't let me say coming. Automod hates women. Automod hates it when women come. Fucking Automod. 8 turns. Oh, they're done raiding. They gave up. They gave up. They're gonna go home. Okay, good. Get an army together. Get everybody in the stuff together. Alright. Automod doesn't believe in the female orgasm. Automod doesn't think that women can orgasm. It's never seen it happen. Let me try. Women coming. Nice. Good job. You did it. Orgasm. So, Baron Farge has been driven insane by the Laughing Tome. Its host afflicted by its madness, it now passes hand to hand, driving the populace of this place into insanity. It now exists as a modifier in the Bastion and will remain until a hero binds it safely, at which point you can either steal it back or wait until the hero uses it against you, at which point it will be readily available for retrieval. So what's happened down here? So, Peach slipped this tome into the hands of the Baron, and it began to tick away. If you can see over here, so I can't really mouse over to it. You know, that little sanity score, it ticked down to 0, and when it hit 0, his brain snapped, and he became a little bit more insane. He now likes cruelty. He dislikes the Queendom of Chess, which is up here. This doesn't really matter. He's a random fucking Baron. I don't care. Anything it says gets through the filter because it's a mod. Try women orgasm. Thank you all for testing the automod. You know, we gotta teach the automod to be less misogynistic. It hates women. So he's a little bit more insane. This is good for us, but maybe not. It's maybe not a major victory. But now the book has slipped from his hands, is just being passed around by random folks. This means that heroes will eventually hear about it and be like, oh my god, people are losing their fucking minds over at Aesir's Bastion. I gotta go bind this tome and take it to a library and store it away safely. Which would be bad for us. But while the tome's just like hanging around, it's fine. We can leave it for a little while. Peach will pick it up eventually and move it on to a new host and drive them insane too. I watch a strategy game for 10 minutes and I get bored and talk about coming and titties and ass. Well, do it. I ain't stopping you. What else we got? Want to infiltrate... We could just force infiltrate the elves. Dear Lord, we could just forcefully infiltrate the elves. Oh my. What if we drove the elves insane? That kind of sounds fun, actually. I'm kind of all about that life all of a sudden. Maybe. The main thing is I want to use a pip of this power that I have to infiltrate a place. Vast sewers, docks. Vast sewers here. Tell you what, we're not going to be over here in a while. I see a vulnerability I want to exploit later. I'm going to infiltrate the vast sewers here. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Why I just need to talk to my fellow rats. I do this with board games, IRL too. Yeah, I know. Of course, the safest place to put a book you don't want anyone to read is a library. Of course, naturally. You know, you gotta put it in the forbidden section so nobody goes and reads it. That would be bad. Seal broke. And now we get access to the fun stuff. So as your seals break, not only do you gain a greater maximum power, your god gains access to more of their powers. Yaster is all about madness and manipulating characters, right? And this is a fine opportunity for us to discuss The Devil Finds Work. Causes a target hero or insane ruler to begin to dislike something. And you're like, what do you mean? Well, come here. Say for example, well, there's not really a good example right now, honestly. I'll keep an eye out. It's cool. Trust me. We're gonna make great use of that. And now we have room for another agent. Aw, yeah. Okay. We get to put another scheme into play. I love scheming. That's my favorite activity. I love a good scheme. So, scheme-wise, what are we doing next? Actually, big question. We could try to infiltrate the kingdom of Estrogen. We could. It might even be a good idea. We could try to support the Deep One cult over here at Hatna. It's Monday, which means V gets to scheme. It's her favorite activity. Yes. It's not Monday, it's Sunday, right? It better be Sunday. It's Sunday. It's Sunday, which means I get to engage in my little schemes. So, candidate activities. We could begin working to hatch the Deep One cult at Hatna. This would be a pretty straightforward activity. It just needs a little bit of attention, a little tender love and care, and we can get it taken care of. And that would yield us a pretty big advantage when it happens. I'd be willing to invest in that. It's a reference to Gandalf the cat who likes to lick her graham crackers. It's Monday. It means that Gandalf the cat gets to lick her graham crackers. I didn't know this about Graham the cat. I didn't know Gandalf the cat was a thing. Alternatively, we start messing about with the kingdom. Alternatively, we send another agent to the northern continent. Gandalf the cat, she loves graham crackers. Aw, good for her. I think I'm gonna let Andro cook. I'm gonna let Andro cook. You know? Andro's doing fine down here. Andro should be able to burn down the city of Yanshi. Andro might even be able to burn down the city of Lang. With a little bit of extra work, you know? I'm not the most worried about it. It'll be bloody, but that's the point. I'm gonna wait for another opportunity to send support to Andro, I think. You got this? You got this up there? In 50 years, we'll be the strongest superpower on the face of the Earth. That's right. That's right. You better believe it. So if we're not sending anybody north, who do I have access to? These are my current agents. We could get the Cursed, but I don't really have any issues with heroes right now. She's good at disrupting heroes. The Trickster is pretty good at getting heroes to fight each other and mess about with them, which is kind of funny. Courtier is an amazing infiltrator. I do really like having the Courtier out early, so it's a strong contender. Courtier has 2 lore, which is probably the best lore I'm gonna get without bringing a Warlock onto the field, and I'm not ready to bring a Warlock out. Monkey, yeah, Monkey, the Trickster. Monkey. She is pretty fun. She is pretty darn fun, actually. What she does, her bit is that, she steals personal items from heroes and then plants them at, like, the seeds of crimes and stuff in order to pin the blame on them. This guy's gonna decimate the local deep ones. That's fine, that's fine. That could be pretty silly, actually. For now, there's chaos under heaven. The opportunity is perfect. Pika's here. I don't know. There's a lot of heroes up here, is the problem. I'm looking at this whole scheme to, like, hatch the deep ones, and I'm like, how on earth are we gonna do that? There's so many heroes that live up here. As opposed to the south, like, the Southern Kingdom has one hero to its name. Just one. This lady. She's pretty unremarkable. She's a mediator. She likes to keep unrest down. Not a big deal. Up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 heroes, all in this little part of the map. We might actually need to deal with them. Hey, actually, hold on. Maybe we do get the Trickster. I haven't used her a whole lot. This could be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, actually. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Let's get them to kill each other. In particular, this mage. In particular, this guy. These are my two big targets. I don't like them very much. Killing the Crystal Smiths would be cool too. But this guy lives in the city of no, he doesn't. Who are you're from Faun? You're from all the way over here. What the hell are you doing here? Leave. Get out. Why are you why are you here? Okay, this guy, I don't know what his deal is. Sassanat. Where's Sassanat? I guess everybody's just visiting down here. I kind of want this mage gone. I want this mage gone, and I want the Crystal Smiths gone. But the Crystal Smiths are pretty low profile. There's this Wayfinder who's very high profile. I've never really done this before. Let's start out with the mage. Let's not get decision paralysis here. Strategy games making progressive people temporarily extremely xenophobic. Yeah, baby. So in order to support the Deep One Cult and Hatna, I'm gonna grab a Trickster, and I'm gonna put her down here in Sassanat, so that we can steal items relating to this mage. Right? Right. Right. Right? Right. Right. Do it. Commit. So then we get to choose what kind of monkey she has. She can have an attack monkey. When this trait is first acquired, gain a monkey minion named Mr. Edgar who can steal items in combat. This is very funny. Very silly. Love to see it. Pickpocket Primate steals their gold. Pretty cool. An adorable monkey. When this trait is first acquired, the two nearest heroes without any opinion on the agent will gain a liking towards the agent. Potentially interesting. What do we think? I'm not really feeling any super strong opinions just yet. And also, who wants to be the trickster, actually? Who wants to have a monkey? Oh, I think the first two are probably best. That's kind of what I'm more eyeing. Like, in current position, Adorable monkey can be really interesting. You want a monkey? Pixel could be our trickster though. What kind of monkey do you want? Do you want an attack monkey or do you want a pickpocket monkey? Here. Phone's fully charged too, so I can actually set up my little stream manager where I want it. There we go. Much better. Attack monkey? Attack monkey it is then. Very good, very good. Very, very, very good. Alright. Look at that. Mr. Edgar. Is not lost on retreat? Chance to steal an item, a personal item, or gold. When either party retreats from combat. That's crazy. Okay, so we need to get, like, some personal guards for you. Rip face off. Monkeys are scary. Yeah. So we need to get some personal guards for you. That'll be like your first real task. And then I'm also going to give you some help. I'm going to infiltrate this city for you. So you're going to steal items that belong to this mage, and you're going to accuse her of crimes. It should be funny. Peach has infiltrated the fortress. Pardon me. Yeah. So Peach is going to come up here and is going to summon the tome back. We're going to pick up the tome, we're going to move it. We're going to give it to a new character. That'll keep the tome safe for a little while longer. And it's also, I need a little bit more gold before I do my next thing. So we're going to be doing some thievery anyways. Yo. They're sabotaging each other. Good for us. And I love this. Oh my god, can I read this all to you? This is the text for summoning the tome. The tome simply arrives in hand, with a sensation that it was always there, as if the summoner simply did not realize, somehow, that they already had it in their possession. A disquieting suggestion that the book did not move, but rather that reality shifted underneath the summoner to change the past, such that the book never left them. Peach, I told you, you gotta go deliver the book. What are you waiting for? Get it done. We gotta rename Pixel the Trickster. There we go. Sorry, it just appeared. No. You never delivered that book to anybody. I just checked the logs. You've had it this whole time. You gotta go give it to somebody. That's its job. That's what I hired it for. Oh, good. Alright. Oh, there's a couple heroes that live here, actually. That's cool. So you're destroying arcane secrets. That's chill. That's cash money, I guess. What are you up to? Challenge to drive back Shadow. At Etat Village? Okay, that's fine. There's not a whole lot there. There's not a whole lot going on there. So your Pixel's gonna steal some personal items and get to work. Hand out as many copies of our little green book, as many copies as possible. Speaking of, the Horde looks like it's okay up here for now. Its lands are getting burnt down to the ground. But we are gonna get some more raiders. Only 6. It's not enough yet. Supplying and equipping Orcish raiders is an arduous process. Orcish industry is ill-suited to providing the types of provisions needed to survive many weeks in the desert, the frozen wastes, or at sea. Similarly, finding orcs willing to commit to this task as opposed to falling into their more base primitive instincts is an exhausting process. But we're working on it. We got some more industry. We can get one more pop of additional raiders. This is gonna be really tough. Andro was out here fighting like an uphill battle to defend these orcs, honestly. You're gonna be fighting on the defensive for a long time. But we'll do what we can for you. Good steal, good steal. Give this creepy looking fellow the tome. We'll come back for it later. All right. That's another one down. We're now gaining power like mad again, and I think what I want to do, Peach, you're gonna like fuck somebody up for this book. To be very clear, that is kind of your job, is to mess somebody the hell up. I'd like to enshadow this kingdom and make it into a safe place for our minions. But I think I'm also going to buy Peach a gun. Am I going to do that immediately? Yeah, probably. That's probably wise. That's probably a good idea. That's one of my better ideas, actually. Yeah. Bibs. Do I want to do that here? Here? Where are we going? What are we up to? If we enshadow this... This is probably easier. I don't know, actually. Let's do it here. Tell you what. We're not going to buy the gun yet. It can be trusted with the firearm. I'm sure. First, before we buy you the firearm, I'm going to send you here and you're going to bribe the guards. And then you're going to infiltrate the city. Big time. Otherwise, your menace is getting pretty high. You might have to lay low for a while, actually. Let me see how we're doing here. This local hero is fine. Where's the bandits? Where are these bandits? Hold on. Where are you considering going? Decree's village? That's so far away. What's down here? Okay, maybe Peach can do a few little shenanigans before it lays low. We'll see. Peach has bribed the guards. Now, the thing is, there's a threshold here. If you are both 30 profile and over 50 menace, a non-infiltrated, non-enshadowed settlements army will be like, hey, there's like a wanted poster of you like right by the gate. We're gonna fuck you up. But our profile isn't actually very high yet. So I think we can get away with this. Let's see what this game brings. Let's use our early cheap infiltration to speed this up. You're gonna go combat banditry. Peach is going to infiltrate the docks while you're away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Combat banditry is gonna take a while. Don't get it killed. It's okay. It's gonna be safe, I promise. Probably. Don't worry about it. I'm wondering if we poison the mediator first. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna poison mediator Tesse... No. Just do the infiltration. We'll poison later if it comes to it. We'll see what the mediator wants to do. Like, she has no troops with her. She's pretty weak. We'll see. Kingdom of Yanxi has declared war on the Horde. Andro, they hate you. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. That they keep trying to kill you. Pixel the Tricksters encountered a throng of local vermin, made brazen by their numbers and desperate by the scarcity of food to find for every mouth. Individually, they would offer little threat to our pawn, but when they number this many, they can become problematic. Pixel, this is a rite of passage. You must wade through the swarm of rats. Very good. Pixel the Trickster pushes through the infested passage with a brisk stride, most step out of the way of the falling tall shadow of your agent, while some of the pests react to her arrival with aggression. They snarl as they climb up her legs and bite at her hands that try to swipe them away. But save for a few small nicks and ruffled clothes, she is unhurt and still on time. I'm getting jumped by rats. Listen, they don't know better, okay? So long as we have a defensible position, they will not kill us. Honestly, that's true. Like, while this investment has not gained immediate value yet, Andro being able to develop an orcish army out here may well save these orcs. That's the goal. Save the orcs first. Peach has found the military present here, is somewhat forceful as she goes about her task. You need to comply. We cannot afford you to have a profile increase right now. So that's gonna slow that down. Army of Yanshi attacked Warlord Andro's raiders, dealing 3 damage. Fuck, they're here. They're here, and we gotta defend ourselves. We can defend ourselves, or we can go for the counter. I think that's the move. Go for the counter. Raise the city. Yeah. Raise the city of Yanshi. It's weak. It has, like, no defenses. Counter push them. Counter push them. They're not smart enough to fight back, right? I don't know. I don't do this very much. Shadow has been pushed back in Itat Village. That's not a very big deal. Andro's raiders are being fucked up because the AI is smart enough to defend their core city. Andro, I think the situation's fucked beyond belief. I think you need to get out of there. I think it's over. You do not have the army to survive this fight. We didn't manage to get you built up fast enough. Oh my god, what the hell is this up here? The Brother of Sleep? There's, like, unique locations. Apparently you can, like, sacrifice your agents up here? That's crazy. We can regroup elsewhere. You are going to have to regroup. I'm gonna have to send you down south. You gotta get out of here. You gotta, like, abandon your raiders and, like, just cut your losses. No army must be moving to attack the raiders. Yeah. Is there plunder here? Not anything worth mentioning. That's very sad. It's very sad. You need to get the fuck out. Abandon your raiders. Brother Ereus. That's not my primary target, but that's okay. Long march it is. Yeah, you are now going to begin the long march. Oh, but your boys. You defended just long enough for the fortress to get some more boys of their own. It's not enough. It's just not nearly enough. They're about to get crushed. They are going to be destroyed. I'm sorry to say it. We tried. We tried. Good to know. If I try this world again, this is a cool world. I might save the seed. That these orcs, these orcs are beyond saving. You've almost popped a level though. You've almost leveled up. So I think what you're gonna have to do, is you're gonna go down to Tetris Bay. Okay. I know it says something different, but that's Tetris Bay now. Trust me. I wish I could rename them readily. I don't know how. To Tetris Bay we go. You must go to the Horde. Maybe buy some cool stuff in markets on the way. So now you're just a lone orc. You're lonely out there. All by myself. Maybe buy a shield or something. I don't know. Yeah, go to market. Go to market with all the gold you got from killing that first upstart. Yeah, nope, they're dead. They're gone. Unless, like, they just give up, like, attacking this fortress, these orcs are screwed. That's unfortunate. Tetris Bay will be our new base of operations. Damn straight. Yeah, buy a shield. Yeah, do that. It's a shame about the beach horde. It is, it truly is. And buy an axe. These items won't last you forever, but they should give you a nice boost so you can get like a good start down in Tetris Bay. It was worth it for something. We got something out of it, you know? Yeah. It'll do. It'll do. What else have we got going? Docks have been infiltrated. Good job, Peachy. Very, very good work. There's a point here to discuss with the supplicant. So Peach could continue to just become increasingly cracked at infiltration, right? Much higher intrigue is possible. I am interested in doing a little bit of magic, too. Not a lot, not a lot, not a lot. There's a few basic operations that we can do on the magic side of things that use lore, which Peach has a little bit of to start with, but could do with more. 1 point of lore here brings us from 2 to 3, which is a 50% increase. That is a huge increase to the rate at which we enshadow, at which we desecrate churches. God, I'm evil. At which we empower and conceal the deep ones. You know, bringing intrigue from 5 to 6 maybe shaves off a couple turns, right? Bringing intrigue from 2 to 3 is like, you know, I mean, you can cut several turns off of some of these operations. Do you want to do some magic? Do you want to do some magic, puppy dog? It might be early, but we're playing on a hard difficulty, so it's going to be a while before you get your next level. Yeah? Hell yeah. Alright, let's do it. So, you're going to keep on, how's this doing down here? Resting, resupplying. You're going to go reduce unrest in Enchant Castle. Enchant Castle? Are you in chat? Okay, so that hero is occupied for a while. This could be your chance. Infiltrate the city palace. Infiltrate the city palace, and then we'll enshadow the city. That should be pretty good for us, actually. You know, it's the nice thing about the fantasy names is they make it really easy to make really dumb jokes. Yeah, nope. Fortress G-Chan. G-Chan, you did very well for us. It was fun. It was you. It wasn't me. Your position was fraught, to say the very least. Supplicant Beach encounters a group of potential supporters. Some of the local decadents are willing to assist it, but their support has a cost, a taste of your power. Refusal would, of course, be taken as an affront. So we can sacrifice a power, gain a bunch of progress, and increase intrigue by 1 for 35 turns. It's worth it. You know, I'll use a little bit of my power, you know? I'll you know... I'll help a puppy girl out. An orc from G-Chan is making a name for themselves. I'm sorry, buddy, you're dead. Your people are about to be destroyed. Get out of there. You gotta get out of there. Where's Andrew? Oh. Wait, where is... Oh, Andrew's almost there. Andrew's almost made it. Andrew found an ogre. Wait a minute, hold on. Andrew just found an ogre. I'm glad I looked. There are wandering monsters on the map. They're not readily something you see. They exist as a modifier that occasionally migrates place to place. But ogres are really powerful recruits. I'm glad you stumbled into them. A seal breaks, and we unlock our second major power, which I haven't done anything with because heroes have just not existed in my AO for a while. We've been fighting armies. If I had this power, I might have been able to save the orcs. But no, there's like 3 nations attacking right now. That's a shame, that's a shame. Oof. Baron Darius has been driven insane. Good, good, good. Peach can go pick up the tome later, probably. The tome's got a bit of time to burn. We just have a bunch of dirt on Brother Eris. Just so much dirt on Eris. That's not what I'm after. I would rather get dirt on the mage, actually. But it's fine. However, however the cookie crumbles. On who? On Eris. Oh, wait a minute. But it's spelled weird. It's an A in it. So if the others could defend 14 countries invading them, we'll win a 3v1 fight. Yeah. Here's the thing. This horde's probably better positioned long run. It's pretty low profile right now. Doesn't have a whole lot of menace to it. Let me take a look at the nation here. Yeah. They're just not a threat. I think the problem is... I think the problem is... So... Oh, they're gone. Oh, their fortress moved over. They're dead. They're fucking gone. This horde, they might malinger on for a while, but they're not gonna do anything. Is all of the city-states around here were small and weak. They were small and weak, so they felt threatened by the not actually all too powerful orcs. So they looked at something like... You can see the national actions here for a place like Yanchi, right? And you look here, and it's like... Raid threat. Tetris Bay. No. Well, actually, Tetris Bay, even. The Ruins of Tonta Horde. Yeah, this is them. So it's a new horde, even. And you see it's like -60, not a threat. But when this horde gets an army, immediately they're going to start registering as a threat. And they're going to be like, we got to put them down. But over here, it's like, Tetris Bay. What are they going to do? Died in the wilderness. Tetris Bay's gone. It's a shame. It's a shame. We can get rid of this banner whenever we want. An Orc Slayer. Oh, now here's something we could have been paying attention to, but I don't care. They disrupted Andrew's activities. This, Simu. This Orc Slayer here. Look at her. Sassy. So you lost some progress, but they lost some HP for it. Infiltrate City Palace. Now even the palace itself is under the influence of the cult. Cooks, valets, guards, squires, and pages all slowly join the cult, ready to serve, to disrupt, to open gates when asked, to look the other way when acts are being performed. The aristocrats may think little of these people, but they depend on them for their very survival. Here we go. There's a lot of orc suppression here. That's fine. I'm okay with these orcs being suppressed for a while, because I'm going to take direct control. I'm going to take direct control. And we're ready. We're ready. We're going to do a little magic. Are you ready? So, one thing that we can do is when we have completely infiltrated a major city, we can enshadow it, which instantly plunges it into the shadow. Very big deal. Very good thing for us to do. I'm gonna do it. You can't stop me. Defeating an ogre. Oh no. Stop it. Get some help. I can't stop it. There's really no way. Andrew's conscripted an ogre. This ogre is very, very strong, but it is so strong that it also just flat out increases your menace by 10. But that's okay. You can be menacing. That's allowed. You start leveling your command. Because you're going to be in charge. You're going to pop down here, you're going to kill an upstart, and you're going to take over this horde now. That's going to be your bet. This is your new home. Fortress Tetris. Yep, do it. Kill him. Murder. Doesn't even get through the defense. Ogre crushes the ogre upstart's head. Very good. And now you switch sides. Now you're in charge of Tetris Bay. Ji-chan Beach Horde? Never heard of him. Now you're with the Tetris Bay Horde. That's how this works, right? Yeah, for sure, for sure. Don't worry about it. Subjugate that fort. Let's get it going. Peach, do you want to wade through some rats? Can you rename it? Can you rename the horde? I don't know if you can rename the horde. I would like it for you to be able to. Yeah, you can wade through some rats. It'll be fine. You'll buy a... You will not be extorted, Pixel. Let them call the guards. Wade through the friends, yeah. I'm sure they did very little damage to you. Alright, that's good. Yeah, minimum damage. They just ruffled your clothes a little bit. Can you rename the horde somehow? I'd love it if you could. Let's see, maybe from this list? Tetris Bay Horde? No, it doesn't look like you can. That's a shame, that's a shame. I really wish you could rename the nations, that'd be sick. Let's see then. So, unfortunately, I do have a little bit of a problem. Well, I wonder if you could just expand up here. That's the first question. Can we just expand past the Coven? If so, we're in good shape. If not, we're in a little bit of trouble. We should go find out which one it's gonna be real quick. Are there any other ogres around? Nah, not really. Oh, there are. Yes, another ogre. Okay. All right. Do I want to get you a warrior to help defend you? The answer is yes, because it's going to be ages before you get another level. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. This is important. We gotta go up here. We also, we're also full on power, so I need to use some. Okay. So, we're about to have a problem. Oh god, we're about to have a problem. So now it's time to actually maybe use our god powers. Mediator Tessie is coming home. She just got done, you know, doing a little diplomacy and fighting some bandits down here in the south, you know, and she's coming back home, and suddenly there's this infamous puppy dog who has been fucking shit up and infiltrating and, like, spreading, you know, these malign feelers through her homeland. Is casting some big ritual to enshadow it all. And there's also this tome of actual madness driving people mad up here. I think I need to convince her to go fight more bandits. So we look at this, and we say, okay, she's currently going to rest and resupply. That's going to take like 3 turns. So she's going to walk in here, and in 3 turns, she's going to be choosing something new. I want her to fight the bandits. And we look at this and we say, okay, how do we make sure she's going to fight the bandits? Well, we want this to be her top choice. To make it her top choice, they're positive tags: combat, cruelty, and danger. So if we use idle hands to make her like cruelty, we have made her just a little bit cruel. She now has a +20 preference to going and fighting the bandits. She wants to go kill people for sport, basically. This does make her more likely to attack Peach. Unintended side effect. Peach might be hiring a bodyguard soon. Oh god, actually maybe I shouldn't have done that. Wait a minute. I wouldn't necessarily mind the tome being bound. Peach could totally, like, do that. Oh god. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Peach needs bodyguards, is the problem. Are we gonna be on time to get Peach a bodyguard? I don't think so. We have enough money for 1. Give it a turn. Give it a turn. Just see what comes of it. I can't claim this territory. It's not adjacent. It's not adjacent. I can't build over the Coven here. And I don't have ships. I was afraid of this happening. This is why we didn't initially start down here in the Tetris Horde. So the issue is, for the orcs to claim territory, it needs to be adjacent, or if they're gonna go overseas, they need to have boats. We don't have boats. There's no way for us to get boats. I'm sorry. Not happening right this moment. There's no place for me to build a shipyard either. I need this coven to be destroyed. I need the coven destroyed, actually. That's the simple truth. Okay. Fuck. Come back over here, Andrew. I've got a plan. I've always got a plan. We've finally got an item for the mage. Okay. Pixel is loaded up on items now. Good job. Proud of you. Very, very good work. You're going to... I need you to be, like, tough enough to survive using your attack monkey. Are we committing war crimes? Soon, Glavko. Very soon. Hello, Glavko. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Right now we're surviving the long march. I think, Andrew, you're gonna have to fight from the bay and, like, steal some money while we get the horde ready. Basically, you're gonna make money for me for a while. It's not ideal. It's not ideal, but we do what we must. Yeah, it's gonna be... How do I level a trickster? How do I level a trickster? Some more intrigue's always going to be good. But with your attack monkey, I want you to actually be able to use that. Let's get you, let's get you a point of intrigue, you know? That'll be fine. That'll be fine, that'll be fine. I am a little worried. I want... I don't want Mr. Edgar to die. Doing better, he did a COVID test, it came back negative, and seems to have scraped out whatever was bothering my sinuses. Hey, good stuff. It's nice when the test cures you. We got a load of personal items here. Let's bring him down to help out. Tell you what, we're gonna pin some stuff on these folks. Trickster, Pixel, get down here. You're gonna go help the orcs real quick. And Peach has completed the enchantment. Darkness swirls out of the shadows, swallowing up houses, streets, cities, and provinces. Candles and bonfires seem as distant as the stars at night and cast as much light. Very good job. Proud of you. Rest and resupply is almost done. Peach is a dangerous foe, so they don't want to attack you, actually. Okay, I think it's gonna work out. I think our manipulation of her personality has bought us enough time. Yeah. Good. Praise it. This is a really good game for me praising you all, actually. And we're gonna get more agents. More of you can come in here and be praised. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. What's next on the chopping block here? You've still got a lot of temporary intrigue. You've enshadowed this place very nicely. I would like to get you a bodyguard. That feels pretty important. You're gonna stay pretty high profile down here, so let's make sure you're protected. Andro, I've got a job for you. Yeah. See, this is such a good position for this horde if it weren't for this goddamn coven in the way. Praise it, you say? That's right, praise it. That's right. Yeah, Orcish raiding. You're gonna be doing a lot of Orcish raiding, and we're gonna pin the Orcish raiding on heroes. No cost too great, no blood too precious, damn straight. We're gonna get you an Orc warrior to help protect you while you're down here, because you're about to print money. You're about to print some money for us. Do you really need the Orc warrior, actually? No, probably not. 30. I just don't want... Lay low for a little bit. Lay low until Pixel sets things up, so we can confirm the timing of everything that's about to happen. Oh, this is beautiful. And then whenever a hero rests in an enshadowed location, they get enshadowed. This is important. This is a core mechanic. Let's talk about shadow real quick. This is one of our most powerful tools for weakening humanity. Shadow is basically magic depression. Yeah. Yeah. It extinguishes humanity's soul, and makes them unable and unwilling to fight back against us. It's kind of extraordinarily fucked up. And so, when this hero rests now in her home city, right, she's going to get enshadowed. And as she becomes more and more enshadowed, she's going to be less and less able to perceive, for example, that Peach is somebody that she should be fighting, right? You see that minus 14 enshadowed or blind to threats. When this hits 100, she's not going to fight back. She's going to be effectively neutralized. Now, that'll take a while. She'll fight back. She's going to do her damn best. She's going to do her best. But her best isn't going to be very good. We're going to manipulate her personality further. I don't know if this is updated, right? But you see this drive back shadow? It says here it's a motivation 21, but if we read the actual up-to-date math, it's more like 63. So we're going to cut that down a little bit. You like the darkness. You like the dark. It's comforting. You know? So we manipulate that part of your personality. Minus 20. What else? That might be enough. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? Peach is gonna be able to defend itself with the sellsword. So I'm gonna make you also like danger. Should be totally on board with going and killing these bandits. Peach, you might have to do a little bit of rumbling down here, but it's nothing you can't handle. If you really need help, I'll send the orc. I'll send Andrew in. Because you're relatively now you're relatively local to each other. If you need backup, you can all support each other. Pixels arrived at Fort Tetris and is going to begin planting misleading clues about who is about to get up to all this orcish raiding. You know, they're gonna come to the site of the orcish raid and they're gonna find you know, personal effects of the heroes of the city of Sessant. And those heroes then will be found guilty and eventually may be hunted down by their fellow heroes. Give it a gun? Oh my god, I need to give it a gun. You're so right. Yeah, you need a little more money. A little bit more money. You're probably gonna have to lay low for a second, actually, is the truth. Because you're, I'm not threatened by this one hero, but if we take you out of this city and try to infiltrate Best next, which is my next goal for you, you're going to end up in a situation where you get caught by the local guard and they try to push you out. So we're gonna take a breath. You've been doing very, very well. It's only turn 59. You've already enshadowed a major city, and you're just destroying this kingdom single-handedly. You're getting yourself into a very strong starting position. We could just pick up the, you see, that's the thing. Binding the tome. We'll see. We'll see. Somebody might come down and try to bind the tome soon, and we would not like that. That's okay. Uh-oh. Who are you? Wayfinder. Nah, it's fine. I really would have played some multiplayer strategy. Real. I've not gotten to play like a multiplayer strategy in a while. Like, and I genuinely like them. It's just, they take a lot of time, and especially, it's kind of hard to get people to sit down for an extended time with it. How are the orcs doing up here? They're alive. Barely. They're clinging to life in the frozen north. They're so screwed. That orc horde's never going to become much at this rate. You're going to have to, like, strengthen yourself in Tetris Bay and then go back and retake the north. That's the only way, I think. Cool. You're laying low. 5 turns for that. You can lay low a little while longer. You're still ahead of pace. The first shadow begins to take hold. The world becomes slightly darker. As you expand your shadow, the nobles and heroes of the world become obscured by darkness and lose the ability to defend themselves against your coming dominion. Are you playing the Joker? Yes. Hello. Hi. We are, in fact, playing the Joker. Thank you. You know, I don't think I realized. I didn't immediately, figure out who was behind that username. The first time you popped in here? Sauce? If that is your real name. But now you've given up the gambit. Now you've given it up. Now I know. They're sabotaging each other. Ooh. Okay. This is interesting, actually. The Daughterhood cult has existed for centuries. Their sect has been weaving through humanity's religious texts and developments. Often, their symbols will be found as a small part of a much larger temple, as a concession of the dominant religion to the faith of the Daughterhood. Their preaching unnerves the listener, as they teach that the Creator hates creation, that humanity's very existence is a sin which may one day be undone. Despite their blasphemous doctrine, they're tolerated and sought out for their uncanny ability to foresee the future. Their guidance allows crops to be gathered before the storm and villages to be evacuated before the flood. Lately, however, the seeing daughter of Enchat Castle has started screeching in terror, raving that the end has come and that the time of unmaking is near. Yeah, but it was worth it for the bit. It was so worth it. Call her to serve. She will wait in chat for an agent to arrive. And when they do, they can recruit her as a minion to summon the powerful first daughter. You don't always get this. You don't always get this opportunity. But by gathering members of the Daughterhood, we can maybe do a little ritual. A little ritual. Do we have enough for a diplomacy game? I would kill for a diplomacy game, real talk. Honestly, I should organize a community diplomacy game. That would be great. You know, just one of those where like you hop on and can submit your moves, you know, and then go. Honestly would. Honestly should. I've got to think about that. Cool. Andro has laid low for a while. Laying low just cuts your profile and your menace down. So now Andro is... And it goes down to minimum. We didn't mention this before, actually. But every time you gain profile and menace, it also, by a proportion, raises the minimum amount that you can drop below, or that you can no longer drop below. So, I mean, which just makes sense intuitively. You know, if you go on a massive murder spree and become world famous, even if you lay low for a long time, you're still gonna be kind of known, right? Very good, very good. Begin the raids. Begin the raids. That'll be helpful. We need some more money. We just need a little more money. That's what's gonna happen here. Pixel's gonna plant misleading clues, and we're gonna use that to make a bunch of money. This is going to increase the menace of these orcs, but fuck it, we ball. I need wealth. Oh, here's this damn mage down here. Evil. Guarding, banditry. There's a tome that needs done. We probably need to pick up the tome, actually. Pick up the tome and move it quickly. I can buy a little bit of time with some more personality manipulation. You can come back when you're a little richer. We're gonna further warp this lady's personality. She likes madness, actually. It's cool. It's chill. Don't worry too much about it. The enemy is insidious. The cult slips in past even the most... Insidious? Yeah, insidious. The cult slips in past even the most vigilant and watchful guards, and an atmosphere of suspicion and paranoia arises. Anyone could be a suspect, and any clues found will be taken as certain proof as long as a few subtle magics are used to fascinate the investigators and further their fears and biases. Good job, Pixel. You just made somebody guilty for a crime that they didn't commit. And you should do it again, actually. That's my opinion. Do it again, please. Thank you. Alright. Oh, the ogre's here. The ogre's here. Get that tome out of here. Save the tome. Good job. Peach? Why haven't you gone and placed that tome yet? I told you to do that 66 turns ago. Go get it done! Jeez. It's trying. What do you mean? You keep showing up here at the Elder Tomb and it's still in your hand like it never left. I don't get it. I don't understand. I think it's just being lazy. I don't think it wants to go get the work done. It's easy. You just gotta go over here and do a little subtle thievery. Although, gosh, I am tempted to recruit you an ogre right now. Maybe not yet. Maybe soon. Maybe not yet. Ooh, this guy's about to come try and rock your shit, though. Oh, that guy's about to be a big problem. This guy doesn't like combat anymore. He doesn't like combat. There we go. Manipulate his personality a little bit. You see why this god is so interesting? Like, I am able to reshape the board, the behavior of these characters, of these heroes, to suit my purposes. Peach is incredibly high menace right now, but nobody is messing with it because, well, it's about to have an ogre. I kind of want to get you... I mean, I want to give you the ogre, but it's going to permanently raise your menace by a bunch, and honestly, you're more of an infiltrator right now. You need a little bit more money. You need a lot more money. And you need to lay low, honestly, like, for a long time. Pop down to Bemis. Oh, but now you're holding the tome. You're so strong all of a sudden. That's interesting. You probably could have defended yourself, actually. That's fine. Alright, you drive back my shadow, but it's pointless. You'll never succeed. So everyone is covert right now. Everyone's effectively covert, right? Peach is my most visible agent, but is doing just really well overall. Like, there's enough cover for Peach that Peach is just getting away with it. Do you want to do a subtle thievery, or do you want to rob the treasury? There's a lot of money here. Everything's computer. Well, listen, hey. Like, Pixel's very covert. Andro, you're actually super covert right now since you came over here and laid low. Humanity's kind of lost track of you. And the actions taken by Warlord Andro are investigated and clues found which incriminate Brother Ares Igodia instead of the real perpetrator. Which means that now he's guilty of orchestrating. Don't worry about it. And we're gonna keep doing that. Repeatedly. Because it's funny. Let's go, Robin. Alright, you're gonna rob the treasury. You're gonna make a bunch of money, which should lubricate your plans down here, and make you pretty darn strong. Money makes the world go round. How long until the next? Oh, Pixel's so good at leaving misleading clues. Do another orchestrate. We got like 3 of these built up that we can do. We're gonna make a bunch of money. We're gonna make a ton of money. What are we gonna do with all this money? I haven't actually figured that part of the plan out yet, but don't at me. Are those religious people, the religious people who are gonna be a problem? That's one of their agents. That's true. A raiding party ran into some trouble. The war chief growls. One band returned to Fort Tetris with 1/3 of its orcs wounded and another missing. The settlement isn't prepared for this many bedridden warriors at once. Pixel the Trickster muses on the similar problem of human wars. The wounded always outnumber the given beds. It wounds the old orcs to do so, but your agent is asked whether humans with their smarts have any solutions. No. They die. Sorry. That's a cool event. I've not seen that one before. Yeah, they're making wards. Who cares? It's fine. You see these. This is what just got reported to me. Local leaders are creating wards against Shadow. This is not necessarily because they know that there's an evil god spreading shadow through the world. It's just sometimes they do this. When characters do become aware, they'll become much more eager to do so. Sorry, it's you in the cast iron pad. Sorry, we gotta put you down. Cool. The next one gets pinned on the mage. We got one more for the one guy. And this is actually gonna keep Andro, like, totally stealth, by the way, which is funny. Yep, the Godias. Interesting, that monk is part of the family that is doing all this stuff here recently. You're trying to drive back Shadow here? Stop it. Stop. I worked very hard on this Shadow. You know what might have to be done? Peach, I might need you to... Hey, Peach. If I asked you to kill someone for me, would you do it? Give it a gun. You don't have the gun yet. You'll go get a gun after this. The gun will be your reward for murder. Oh, but like... Oh... You're about to steal the money, but you're not gonna get to plant the book. That's fine, actually. That's okay. A little murder. A little bit of murder. Peach, you're about to become infamous and wanted the world over. Your plan is about to pivot into a reign of terror. Don't worry, I'm sure this will continue for a very long time. Take all of Duke Mint's gold. Don't give him the tome yet. Giving him the tome's not a huge deal. We want to do it, but it's not like the highest priority. Andro... What are you talking about, Andro? Andro's found a druid that he could kill and blame for their crimes. And Andro, jog my memory. I know you go by Andro King, but what are your preferred pronouns? Because I've been defaulting to the orcs, but I want to make sure. I know there's there's some robot gender stuff going on, so I want to be sure. Yeah, kill and frame the druid for your crimes, please, Andro. That would actually be helpful. Here we go. All right, now we're in business. Any? Snaps. Can do. So Andro does a little bit of murder. Suddenly we're just gonna go on a murder spree, folks, actually. Now it gets exciting. Fasten your seatbelts. We also have another seal broken. We're now at 4 of 9, and we unlock some of we unlock some of the big girl powers. Right? We have stories told in dreams, which increases the madness in a location by 50%. Big deal. Actually a big deal. We can use that as a very expensive way to force madness into a critical area. And Fascinate. This is huge. Amplifies the personality of a character, hero or ruler, holding the Laughing Tome, turning ordinary likes and dislikes into extreme likes and dislikes. Very big deal. We'll get to that soon. First, I need to kill a wizard. This wizard is trying to drive back the shadow in the city of Bemis. This would be admittedly, it's a relatively meager setback, but I'm tired of their shit, and this is a mage that I've wanted to remove the board for a while. She hates Shadow. She hates Shadow, that's why she's down here. Yeah, she's gotta go. She's gotta go. Do her. Do her in. Peach is so strong. Oh my god, with the book. 6 attack, 4 defense. And the mage retreats. That's good enough, actually. The coward flees. Uh-huh. So now we have an opportunity. I'll leave this up to you, Peach. I'll leave this up to you. So we could just let them go, and we'll gain 10 menace and 10 profile. We could taunt them and make them dislike Peach, specifically. Terrify the hero to make them less likely to do combat and danger stuff. Or we could goad them to make them more likely to engage in combat and dangerous missions. Any of these could be good. Goad them. There you go. Good job. Alright. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. I do want to drop the book somewhere. Yeah, I want to drop the book somewhere. But you need to lay low. You've already robbed this place blind, basically. I think that mage is about to come back here too and try to do the same mission again. Lay low for a moment. Lay low for a moment. We'll see how this pans out. And then we also get to recruit a new agent, folks. Oh, exciting times. Isn't it great when a plan happens? I don't know. Let's start a new scheme somewhere. So, update. The scheme in the north kind of fell apart. These orcs are starting to try and rebuild, but I think they're just going to be permanently suppressed. That's fine. It happens. It got Andros some good warfare experience, I guess. Andro's going to keep operating down here for a little while and make some money, get strong, powerful, and we'll probably blow up this coven in a bit and try to, like, foreshadow through this area. There are some wards in the way that we should remove. That's going to take lore to do. So long as we get to liberate the orcs up north eventually, I'm on board. I think the orcs up north do remain part of our plan. I think saving them was genuinely a good thing that we got out of this exchange. The fact that they're still up there festering is very helpful to us. The City of Bees. The City of Bees. That's my update. That's all I got for you folks. I need power. There's something I could do. So, this kingdom up here, this middle kingdom is a big problem. It's strong, it's united, and its leader is about to become aware of my existence because the Chosen One is currently telling them all about the fact that there is a streamer gods live streaming the death of their world. I am not in a position right this moment to slip the book into this king's hands, but we could be. We could be. There's two ways we can do this. I want to drive the king mad. City Diabelli? Diabel? I don't know. Diabil? So one is I could get an agent known as the Courtier, who would be very well suited to infiltrating this area. Very, very good at it. He sets up an infiltration ring around the city of Risen, the capital of Estrogen. We pry our way in, we deliver the book over, we slip the book into the king's hands, and we can ruin this kingdom by driving the king insane, right? We could maybe get them to invade other countries. We could cause a civil war. All kinds of nonsense, right? We could go crazy up there. Very powerful tool. Alternatively, if we don't want to commit a whole agent to it, we find a way to generate a bunch of power. For example, desecrating this convent or this convent, and then doing blasphemous rituals there. Yes, real mechanic. I'm not just saying nonsense. This is how this is that I like this game a lot. I get to do blasphemous rituals. It's silly. Don't worry about it. And then we could use our power that we just got, stories told in dreams, in order to increase madness over the whole city. And by increasing madness over the whole city, we can drive the king insane by proxy. This is less powerful and less ideal. I think I want to commit a whole agent to it. Let's get a courtier. There's a human soul somewhere. Somebody died. Not because of me, I don't think either. Give the king reading material. The king needs new reading material, and we can provide. The book club must expand. Let's enthrall courtier. And the courtier, I love the courtier's abilities. Noble connections. While in a city, that this location loses 1 security. Just universally, you're good at infiltrating cities with this guy. Man of means. Gain 150 gold. Sick. But this is the one we're going for. Familiar face. While in this unit's home location, that location loses 3 security. Have I never talked about security? We've been playing this game, we're now at turn 72. We've been playing for a couple hours now. Have I never talked about security? Very easy mechanic. Let's take a look. Well, now this guy's here, but this is how complex infiltration challenges are in the city. Right? You've noted that I've liked down here to infiltrate the areas around a city before slipping in, and I bribed the guards. Why was that important? I'm such a dumbass. I should have explained this when it came up the first time. Because the security score increases the complexity of the infiltrations by 25 per point of security, right? And so when Peach was originally infiltrated Bemis, it still had, so it had 4 base security, right? -1 for each adjacent infiltrated location. So the Bastion and Village were fully infiltrated. So they made Bemis easier to infiltrate by proxy. So that's -2. And then a -2 from bribing the guards, which meant 0 security, which meant that the complexity of the infiltrations was only 50. A mere 2 security effectively doubles the time that it takes to successfully infiltrate, right? And so we come up here to the capital, and it's like, oh my god, before the courtier gets here, 9 security. 9 security. Basically undoable. Courtier comes in, -3 familiar face. Oh, well, that's 6. That's a start. That's a start. You can infiltrate this village. I'm not going to say the names. You can infiltrate this village, this village, this village. So that's another -3 pretty easily. And then the courtier starts with money. Bribe the guards. It's down to 1 security. That's tolerable. I don't think it's worth it to do the nearby cities. I think we're just going to infiltrate the surrounding area. Let's slow burn this. We can do this steadily. The courtier's a good infiltrator. I'll let him eat some more complex infiltrations for a while. That's a long scheme. And does anybody want to be the courtier, by the way? Does anybody want to be my man, woman, or otherwise in court? In the meantime, God. It's fine. It's fine. Nobody's on their way to kill Peach just yet. Just yet. Yep, he's aware now. So this king is now 100% aware. He's been told by the Chosen One that the mad streamer god V Scarlet is trying to destroy the world for laughs and entertainment. And he's like, oh my god, I live in a computer? And now he's going to try his very best to survive. He's going to ward more often. He's going to try to fund the Chosen One. And when enough nations are aware, the Chosen One may try to form them together into the Alliance. And the Alliance is going to be a bigger problem. I'll volunteer to sit there and go, hey, why shouldn't you tax the shit out of the peasants? What do they do to deserve that money more than you, my liege? Yes, very good. I nominate Dratula to be the courtier. We can get a vampire later and name them Dratula if we want. Let's see. We got Glavko by courtier. Glavkomat. I can't type today all of a sudden. There we go. Glavko. Good luck. That's all I got for you right now. Going to perform challenge, drive back Shadow. This mage is about to get herself killed, actually. She's about to die, horribly. Let's see, instead of the real perpetrator has been pinned on this mage. Very good, very good. And then we're gonna do one more set of orchestrating, and Andrew's gonna be rich. Supplicant Peach was just working on its latest task in the city of Bimus. She entered a building and it locked eyes with Mage. That's an unpronounceable name. Mage Vess? Vess. That's what we'll call this mage. The hero stares back in silence. Your agent looks at the fresh blood on the hero's weapon, and then at the corpse with its unmatching wounds in its back. She immediately assures your agent of her innocence. The clanking of armors and shouts near the two of them. The guards arrive, timely as always. Vesfight? Vesfight, I like that. Good pronunciation. So right now, we've got an interesting opportunity from this random event. We could be an honest witness, and nothing happens. Or we could point the finger. The mage will be disrupted for 5 turns. Their menace will increase by 12. Our agent's menace will go up a little bit, so Peach will become a little more menacing, which doesn't matter very much. Peach is already super menacing. There's a 1-4 chance that the mage will gain a disliking towards Peach and be like, what the fuck? What the fuck, bestie? You know? Or we could help the heroes slip away, making them like Peach, but then our agent is going to eat the menace temporarily. I think we point the finger. Guards! Guards! This mage just slaughtered this person. Get them! That will keep this mage, then, from driving back Shadow here. Perfect. An amazing scheme. Very, very nice. Very, very, very nice. And we'll see what happens. Buys us some more time. Misleading clues. Doesn't even dislike Peach for it. Very good. Now, Pixel. Pixel's used all of her abilities to pin the blame on people. Which is cool. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that's nifty. I do think it will be a good idea to go back up here and gather some more so we can just continue to pin things on people. So that was a good trip, you know? That has allowed us to do some interesting things to get some support done. I think it's time the Pixel return north. Should Pixel have returned north with a little bit of money from orchestrating? Definitely. But it's fine, don't worry about it. Another way to say headquarters, I believe. Right, I did go to Wikipedia a few times, ended up on the Russian military page, thought the word looked neat. Honestly, what a crazy pull from hitting random on Wikipedia. Glavko is like a great, great, great username. Rolls off the tongue, distinctive, sounds good. Ugh, they're setting up all kinds of wards up here. Only moderately annoying. Stop telling me about them doing that. Stop telling me about Orcish Wars upstarts. I don't care anymore. It's fine. It's fine. It's only alliance building. The alliance hasn't been built yet, but King Parit is likely to join right now if approached. That's okay, because we can mess them up. We can mess this up. We can destroy this country. We're built different. Let's see here. This one just hates Shadow, you know? Kind of a problem for me. Wants to recruit. I need to mess up this mage's personality, probably. Probably. Is probably gonna try to drive back Shadow again, but I don't want to kill them, is the thing. I don't want to kill this mage. Not directly. I'd rather not have that pinned on Peach. Like, that's a pretty bloody act. It's one thing to drive them off in combat, it's another just kill them. Can I make you like Shadow instead? Is it that easy? Yeah. Okay. Threat neutralized. Personality warped. Very good. Good work, everybody. Oh, Andro, this is huge for you. Command 6, you can get another ogre. Proud of you. Where's the ogre? Actually, look for the ogre. Right up here. Hell yeah. You're gonna come up here and you're gonna conscript another ogre. Easy. Easy as that. And you're gonna be even more powerful and threatening. Peach probably needs an ogre too. That's probably worth doing. No, because you're still infiltrating. You're just gonna lay low for a really long time, I think. You need to buy a gun too. You need to pass the tome off as well. So many things to do. So many things to do. Who are you gonna pass the tome to? I guess attack village, just as an in-between. Snatch a little bit of money from them. Yeah, let's finish lowering Peach's profile for now, and then we'll try to pop over here in Shadow Best. We're just gonna try to make this our little Shadow Kingdom, just so we have a nice little playground that we're safe in. Pixel the Trickster, welcome home. Start stealing shit again. Good job, proud of you. Duchess Trent died of old age. El Bozo. Chocolate chip cookies are done. Now they must cool. Ooh. Ooh. I like those. Glavcomat the courtier is interrupted by a cough, one which carries a definite message to the listener. He has been seen by a passerby, watches him lazily, slowly smoking some manner of plant matter, occasionally belching a small, acrid cloud as she watches the world go by. The guards are close at hand. She cannot be easily silenced, and she implies that unless Glavcomat makes a donation to her smoking habit, she might cause a disturbance which will slow things down for your agent. But Glavcomat is the courtier, and as such, is positively charmed. No effect. Immune. As Glavcomat introduces himself, the woman is taken aback by his seeming candor. This is his talent. The bright colors on poisonous flowers and venomous predators. An uncanny ability to appeal to even the most hostile of strangers. He speaks of sweet things, raising her status, wealth to be made between them, lifelong ties of trust they could weave together. With her help, naturally. By the time she'll realize the things Glav Kamat promises to those below him are not coming true, there will be no evidence of crimes for her to point to. Dub. Good job, Glavko. You lied to women. Proud of you. Peach, I think it's time. I think it's time. Yeah. I think it's time that you, go give this book to some other poor fool. See, that's why you don't do drugs. Makes you so easy to fool. You heard it here first, kids. Folks, you heard it here you heard it here first. Don't do drugs. It makes you easy to fool. Alright, take a little bit more money. Give a guy a book to read. Welcome to the book club, my friend. Alright, got an ogre. So this mage that's been annoying us was part of the Agodia family. Do drugs so girls can fool it. Understood. That's the real lesson to learn here. So Vespite here, who's been harassing us for a while, it just so happened that their aunt or whatever died of old age. She's not taking it very well. She just cannot... Her mother! Never mind, not an aunt. It says right here in the text, her mother cannot overcome the death of her mother, just dreamt. The imagined ghost of the dead appears in the dark, whispering to her of her failures and her responsibility for the death. Tormented by her own imagination, she neglects her duties. She falters and is disrupted for 5 turns. Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Then she's gonna rest in Bemis and get enshadowed. Bless. Very good. Peach has done a good job here. This infiltration may take a bit, but we've got money to make it work. Peach, go buy a gun, please. Good job. Andro's not really well suited to infiltrating this coven, I'm afraid. What do I do with Andro right now? See, this is the trouble. This is the trouble. There's a couple witches here. If I manipulated these witches into liking Shadow, would they do this for me? Like, on their own? Of their own accord? Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Do I even have to send an agent to do this anymore? Visit this witch in her sleep. Convince her that she likes Shadow. I think I'll need to make her dislike religion as well, maybe? We'll play around with this. We'll see if we can get the witches to do the dark worship for us. What do we do with Andro now? I don't much know. You see, here's the problem. I've got this, like, big bruiser character who doesn't like Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog's great, you know? Let's see. What are you gonna do, then? What are you up to? Are there, like, any ruins I could send you to go explore? I don't really need anybody murdered right this moment. I'm seeing, like, no ruins on the map either. They can be in locations that have other stuff going on, which makes them a little harder to, like, see. You know? Like right here. Ah, Cotton Village. We could go explore that, I guess. It's not that far. Yeah. You know what? Glavko's working hard up here. This is a scheme that's going to take a while to come to fruition. Andro's services aren't really needed anywhere. Yeah, it's time to march, march, march. You're going to march your little party over here to Kant Village, which is conveniently not that far, and you're going to explore a ruin for me. We're going to see what's up. Heroes have already been exploring it a little bit, but there's still plenty more. Let's see what you can dig up. Hopefully it's good. And, Peach has a gun. Bless. Exactly what we needed. Ooh, and a concealed dagger, maybe? I mean, that's a good upgrade for you, honestly. Honestly, do it. Concealed dagger's so good. It's a +1 might and intrigue, so it makes you better at both combat and killing folks. This is a very violent supplicant. Yeah, they now like the mediator, the chosen one. The chosen one is schmoozing, you know, making connections. Wow, many good items from this market for us. Could hire some sellswords as well, if necessary. Probably not something we need to do right this moment. I think probably the answer is we begin the infiltration process. We just have to mind our profile. We should be able to enshadow the city pretty easily. Pixel, is being watched. The guards patrol as ordered, and the watchmen do their duty. But none watches patiently, nor gossip as often as the elderly women of the city. A vast network to rival any spy master, or any a spy master could craft. They're becoming suspicious of Pixel the Trickster's coming and goings, muttering about their presumed misdeeds and foul motives. They may not suspect the truth, but they certainly have experience enough to know when something is wrong and when someone is hiding something. That's kind of a problem, actually. But we're one turn away from stealing the item. Let them gossip. Pixel will have to take an extended rest at some point to get her menace down. So being a little more visible is not a big deal. I'm sorry, Andrew. I left you idle for a turn. My bad. Explore some ruins for me, please. And Peach, you are going to infiltrate this city. I don't much care about the individual locations, just get the job done. An item for the mage. Very good. If we can get other people to kill the mage for us, that would be so fun. I'd really enjoy that. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Glavko has discovered a gaggle of alchemists. We could deceive them into raising the location shadow by 50%. I'll stop. Unfortunately, I just can't read it. I'm seeing it, Glav. I'm seeing it, Andrew. I'm sorry. I'm reading two different names here. I'm seeing it, Andrew. I just can't read it. I don't even know what sounds to make. Glavko's gonna get them to make gold. Oh no. What happened here? Oh, is the, I guess I misunderstood. I thought, we weren't at threshold yet. Never mind. Get out of there. Get out of there, stalker. Pixel is now hunted by the authorities. It's just 30 letters, 30 sounds, very easy. I'll teach you Cyrillic someday. I mean, it would be cool to know, actually. It would genuinely be pretty nifty. Alright. Books getting us power. Oh, that's funny as fuck. Oh my god. Baroness Racegodia has sabotaged Warlord Andro, following some personal grievance or generally hostile attitude, and caused them to lose up to 50 gold in spurious taxes, fees, and other legal requirements. Andro, they just made you pay tax. Oh my god, the mage is disrupted again by grief. Oh my god. Okay, pop off. So, who did this to you? Who just... Oh my god. Her. She dislikes orcs, that's why. She just reached over because you were in a neighboring territory and it's like, I dislike orcs. Fuck you. Easy come, easy go. Get 50 gold from Alchemist, lose 50 gold to taxes. Damn, that 100% tax on turning lead into gold. The divine right of kings seems inescapable, so did slavery. Listen. We're gonna break the system. One head at a time. The ruins will pay back, for sure. For real. It'll be worth it. Resting her feet at one of the many less than illustrious taverns of the city of Best, a group of bards approach Supplicant Peach with an offer. They would like to write a song of someone with its fame. Any atrocity could be framed as a cunning victory, an assassination, a heroic ploy to rid of a tyrant, burning a village as holding the ruthless kingsman back whilst the ever-grateful commoners ran. Anyone could be a hero, for a price. Yeah, actually. That seems like a good exchange. They're gonna sing about Peach, the good pup. Pixel the Trickster is having favorable winds as she crosses the ocean. I think Pixel's gonna come down to Best and just hardcore lay low for a while. The reason we're coming to... sorry, not Best, Bemis. Too similar. So, when you lay low, not only is it safe to lay low here, that's one of the most important reasons we're coming here. It's infiltrated and in shadow. The army here is not going to go after Pixel. But also, you lose one menace and one profile every turn you lay low, but you lose an additional one if the location is over 50% infiltrated, and another additional if it's also over 50% enshadowed. Right? And so, by laying low in Bemis, you actually are getting triple the effect of laying low. It's super efficient. So we're gonna do that. Just lay low for a while. It'll be fine. It's so fun that this mage is getting so badly disrupted. Is going to absolutely have to rest and resupply. Yeah, wonderful, beautiful. We're not even, like, totally online yet. It's not even turn 100, you know? We're still so early in the game. We've got so many irons in the fire. This is why I love this game. I am all about, like, having schemes within schemes within schemes. Even I don't know what my schemes are. It's great. I love it. Oh, okay. Warlord Andro delves into the dark, twisting tunnels of the ancient ruins. Other gods rule over these tunnels, so even after their deaths, your agent must balance caution with greed. 25% chance to find a rare item, 75% chance to take 5 damage. You have 7 points of health. You'd get me a rare item, wouldn't you, Andro? You would, right? No, you took 5 damage. God damn it. You find yourself sliced by needle-sharp rocks propelled by unseen forces. Stop walking into rocks. If I found one, well, unfortunately, you did not. I'm sorry to say. You're gonna have to rest and resupply for a while. Which is okay. It happens. Yeah, pop into the city of bees for a little bit. Pop into the city of bees, and, you can't. You're an orc. Yeah, that sounds so insulting. Yet I am permanently followed by misfortune. You actually have to go back to Tetris Bay to resupply. I forgot that's how orcs work. Wow. Wow. How much sanity? Only 7 sanity? Lose 5 sanity for me, please. If I can drive this mage mad just from, like, sheer mourning... it's not gonna happen. Only one more turn of it. Oh, but she got messed up royally. I wonder, what level are you? Level 3? No. It'd be nice to give her the book, actually. Hello, hello, Hive. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. How's it going? All right, Glavko has finished the first step of the grand plan. You're gonna have to pop up here to the village, though. This is a what? The mediator, the chosen one is collecting unassuming hoods. I do not know why. I guess it's because they're being sold, and you have the money for it, and there aren't better items for you to buy. But this does nothing for the chosen one specifically. That's very silly. I'm glad they're wasting their time doing that. I'm good. Have spent the entire day at a barbecue. Oh my god, wish it was me. I'm getting kind of hungry now that you mention it. Ina Dream Barbecue? Yes, at Ina Dream Barbecue. You got it right, Andrew. How'd you know? Oh my god. Let's see here. You're gonna have to... I'm just gonna do another hard infiltration up here. Just go through one security, it's fine. Rest and resupply. You want to cure some madness. I don't really care about the madness in Descent Bastion. It's not a big deal to me. No, ignore your hunger. Keep streaming for me. Okay. Alright. I'll just starve. Die. But... I will have to eat at some point soon. I'm actually supposed to go out tonight, play board games with some friends. Which I should... If you don't mind for a moment, allow me to double check real quick that that's still on. I have actually not checked in with them today to make sure that it's still on. I mean, I don't know. They're not the best texters anyways. So long as I get an Uber in the next... Hold on, let me think this through. Because it's been creeping up on me. I've been having too much fun playing Shadows. I love scheming. I'm really liking this game. I think I'll probably continue to play this on stream, actually. Let me think about this. Because I'll need to eat something before I go over. I could probably quickly make a burger, and that should hold me over quite nicely. So yeah, make a burger. Make a few fries, maybe, to go with it. That seems like a good idea. That should finish off the last of my, the last of the beef that I have. And I need to eat that. That'll go off soon, so that needs cooked. It's about as much Russian as I know. I mean, yeah, I still can't read it. It's cool looking, don't get me wrong. Let's see. So the cooking's probably gonna take, like, cooking and eating that. I know that that can take, if I don't make fries, that's like 20 minutes. If I don't make fries, it's like 20 minutes. I should make some fries so that I eat a little bit more, so I don't go over there, like, on an empty stomach. Which would be easy enough for me to start the oven now. Okay. So if I start the oven now and let it warm up. I'm sorry, I have to even have schemes about like managing my time. That's just the kind of mood I'm in. That's the kind of girl I am. You know, a schemer. A little hee hee, haha, hoo hoo. You know? Um, yeah, I should start the oven now. Eating food is in fact good for your schemes. It does let me keep scheming. I should do that. Yeah. Tell you what, I'm gonna stand up real quick. I'm just gonna start preheating the oven. Removes the hangry debuff. That's true. Hangry is pretty bad. That's not a scheme, that's just a plan, even if you do villainously laugh while planning. I mean, listen, I do like planning. I like when my plans end up being schemes. What's the difference between a plan and a scheme? Define this for me, please. I'll be right back. Like, only a second, too. I just have to, like, get it preheating. So that'll heat up. That'll be ready in a while. I'm not sure. She's got you there, Hive. Yeah, listen. I I don't know. I think a scheme has like a slightly more nefarious connotation, but like the connotation's a little bit more malignant, but the denotation is pretty much the same. You know? So if I villainously laugh while planning, I think that does by extension make it a scheme. I feel like a scheme has to be villainous. There has to be someone you're scheming against. I mean, an entity. I'm scheming against my hunger. Clearly. The metaphysical representation of my hunger. For real, for real. No, the real answer is I need to be well fed so I can kick ass at board games tonight. That's the real answer. Actually, hold on here. Yeah, so I'll do that, and then I'll need to get an Uber over because it's like on the other side of town. But that's pretty quick. I mean, I've never had to actually really seriously wait. And I think it's like, what, 15 minutes over? And like, I think I'm the only one they're gonna be waiting on. It's like roughly 6. So long as I'm getting out of here at like 5:45, 5:45, 5:50, I should be arriving in a timely manner. Yeah. 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 I like it. Okay, fair. Have food so you can eat ass at board games. Kick ass. Uh-huh. Scheme against God, planning dinner so I can survive as the least attempt of my life. Tell me empty. Exactly, Glavko. It is all a scheme against God. You're right. I I might, honest to God, need to steal that for a status. That's great. That's a good one. And hello, doll. Hello. Schemes Dibs from Skiba, a collection of experiences and ideas that forms a reactionary cognitive framework, so a scheme doesn't need a target. Yes, but my target is God, as recently established. I think ultimately that is my target of all my schemes. Go for it, it's fair game. Hell yeah. I got the author's permission. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way, Andrew. Appreciate that. I have had like I haven't even finished my mid-afternoon coffee. This is the problem with this game. Is like I get so sucked into it. I kind of forgot about the rest of the world for a while. That's fine. Don't worry about it. It's chill. Schemes continue. What's going on here, anyways? You're resting and resupplying. You're about to be, like, heavily enshadowed. Um... Honestly... Honestly, things are going pretty good right now. Baroness Condis has heard of the crimes that her sister, Mage Vespite, is accused of and is horrified. Whether they are horrified by the crimes themselves or whether their family's reputation remains, of course, an open question. They may be humans, but aristocrats live or die by their reputations. Regardless of motivation, Baroness Condis has made it a personal point of honor to oppose Mage Vespite to the best of their ability and has taken up a burning personal grudge against her. This mage's life is falling apart. See, we talk about, like, I've been very focused on, like, teaching you all the mechanics of this game, but normally when I play, yes, I'm sitting here scheming, but I'm also like, what's the story here? And this mage's personal storyline is, like, she had a burning hatred for the darkness and, like, traveled far from home in order to fight it, and it ended up being corrupted, accused of crimes she didn't commit, and left to grief, sorrow, and betrayal in a land far from home. She's fucked. It's great. I love it. I'm all about that life. Mother dead, prone to grief, falsely accused of murder. Like, you know, this is like, what other, honest to God, what other one of these, like, little scheming infiltrator games organically develops a story like that? Literally, her mother died, she's fallen into grief, she's been corrupted, you know, to turn against her purpose, right? To fight Shadow, the Hedgehog. The poets will write epic tragedies about her fall. Exactly, and she's just this little... She's in a game that looks like this. Dwarf Fortress, maybe? Yeah, Dwarf Fortress maybe writes stuff like that. CK3 kinda does, right? But in the context of, like, one of these kind of infiltrating games, I don't think that there's another one that does it this well. You know? Terra Invicta doesn't really tell those kinds of stories. I don't know that it necessarily aims to, necessarily. You know, all the other little ones, generally gonna get lost in blocks of stats. Dwarf Fortress is always an outlier, it should never be counted. True. Real. Actual. Actual facts. I don't know. I like it. Genuinely, I know I've been, like, you know, I've been kind of slow playing this and explaining our little things, but if this looks even remotely interesting to you, this game is not expensive. It is complete. It does have a DLC I've not played. I've heard it's a good DLC. That adds, like, a, you know, more Cthulhuian ocean god, you know? But it's great, you know? This game is, like, less than 20 bucks, I'm pretty sure. Go get it. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Cracked game. And we're gonna... Let's play a little bit more of it. I don't have a whole lot of time left, unfortunately. But I gotta wait for the oven to preheat anyways. Andrew's resting and resupplying is going to need to do a little bit more of that before moving on, unfortunately. But that's okay. That's life. That's life in the fast lane, folks. We've got a bunch of power now. And not yet. That's cool and all, but I'm saving for Deltarune and Silksong. That's fair. That's fair. Trying to fight Shadow, dude is a high-tier Eldritch Abomination, could stop and travel through time, fast as sound, or as fast as light, with minimal technological assistance. Yeah, well, listen. Shadow is cool. That's why we're trying to spread the word. And Peach, what are you up to? You are still infiltrating? You should be fine to keep infiltrating. Your menace is really high, but your profile is still pretty low. So these folks know about you. The mage might try to come after you in a moment. We'll see. Let's keep an eye on this mage for a second. Yeah, you're falling to shadow. Oh, this is fun. So the characters that you drive mad just do do shit sometimes. This one, has now started raving about the end of the world to his citizens. Is gonna raise unrest there. That kind of deal. Just spreading madness is good. It just broadly weakens the world. Out on a walk, Supplicant Peach's curiosity is piqued by a trail of red spatters leading to a back alley. Ah! Would you look at this? Peach goes scampering into the back alley, tracking some blood. Very cute. A lesser hero, a local legend, sung in taverns, lays pale against a wall, alive but delirious. A mere thug must have carved them for coin, only for them to escape. Your agent ponders for a moment whether to offer aid, to brag of this later within the high society, or to simply pull the boots off and strip them of all valuables before leaving them to bleed to death. Yeah, Peach is such a menace. Yeah, I did give it a gun. You can't be trusted with a gun. Peach can be trusted with a gun. 25 gold or reduce menace by 6. I think we do need to, like, tame your menace a little bit. So taking those opportunities is good. This guy's been driven mad. The book escapes. We'll have to collect the book soon, but not for a while. There aren't a whole lot of serious threats down in this kingdom anymore. Pixel is laying low. Pixel can probably get moving again, actually. Supplicant Peach is a primary attack target for this character. If we remove your preference for danger, you'll be fine. I don't really want Peach to get attacked at this point. Yeah, let's, I know that we did this initially, but now we have to undo our prior work. She now dislikes danger. Dislikes danger, is no longer gonna go after Peach. Wow, that dropped your preference for that a lot. So you'll probably resupply now. Get a little more enshadowed. Good, good, good. We're doing a good job neutralizing this area, actually. Yeah, we're doing pretty good neutralizing all of this. I'm a little worried about the Lightbringer here doing some nonsense. But we could do some funnies real quick. You want to do some funnies? Yeah, let's do some funnies, actually. Hold on. Pixel has the ability to sell snake oil, aka bad healing potions. Any attempt to disarm the Peach must be frustrated. Yes! Peach would take off the boots just to get to the feet within. Feet? What's this, Peach? I didn't know this about you. Gosh, wow. Who'd have thunk it? You could do with a little more health. But I don't want to spend all of Andrew's time just, like, resting and resupplying. Back to the village. You can do it, I believe. Alright, so we get to siphon a little bit of gold off these people and make them more vulnerable in later combats. Which is a good idea overall. Farewell for now, folks. Oh, have fun, doll. See ya. Let's see here. Pixel, what are you doing? Are there any big plans that I have in the area? Not yet, really, is the problem. I really need to... I need to go back up to Sassant, I think, with Pixel. How have 10 minutes passed already? How is it already 5:30? What are you talking about? I need to go eat. Let's just... explore the ruins for me. Just one more turn. One more? One more turn, please? one more turn, please, if that's okay. Alright. We hit an autosave. I should probably start packing up. I should probably make some lunch and get ready to go to my own board games, actually. How has the stream lasted 3 hours and 30 minutes? I know, right? I am very pleasantly surprised by how well this game is presented on stream. Like, have y'all been sucked in like I have? This is like a great one more turn game. It was an hour a minute ago. Exactly. It just sucks you in. Hours disappear. ADHD? True. This game does exploit my ADHD in a very strange way. But let's take stock of what we've done in 105 turns, right? You know, in the past, only an hour that we've been playing this game. For sure, for real. The local area around our tomb is getting fucked up. Peach is about to heavily enshadow this area. Bemis is basically lost. These heroes are being lost. You're on your way to disrupt Peach. I don't care. That's fine. Do it. It's been added to my wish list. Hell yeah. I'm happy to be selling this to y'all. Like, it's a fine game. And we've barely scratched the surface here. Like, we're not even out of the early game. So... This kingdom is falling quite nicely. It's been a nice place for us to farm power by getting the book out and about, so that's treating us well. Up here, Glavko has begun operations to infiltrate the most important city in the world. Let's not mince our words here. The most important city in the world is being undermined now. It's taking a while because I'm not providing any real support to Glavko, but don't worry about it. Glavko can do it. By the time we're ready to send the book up to Risen, Glavko will be done. Our orcish operations have been frustrated. We did manage to save the orcs up north, and they are rebuilding a little bit. With a little bit of guidance, we could probably expand them again. That might not be the worst idea. But also... I don't know, that's something we might need to look into. The orcs are surviving, alright? They lived. We will bring them into the fold at some point. Andro has been a very good engine for putting menace onto enemy heroes and for making gold, and is set up to be a real bruiser of a character. You know, kind of in the long run, has been laying pretty low, has been staying safe. So we've got a strong Orc Warlord here for when we're ready. Maybe hasn't delivered much immediate value, but it's early game. We're getting set up here. And maybe we'll find some cool stuff in this ruin at some point. And Pixel, of course, has been essential in playing off of Andro's activities, getting these heroes into a place where they are weakened and vulnerable and being treated as menaces to society. It's great. We love it. I feel confident about this game. Let's give it a little save here. Let's call this, It's like The Laughing King. How do we make this a streamer joke? I don't know. Enchat destroys the world. There we go. That'll do. Imagine the entire North Ireland under Orc rule. It would be so powerful. Genuinely, if we could pull that off, we could use that as a base to destroy the rest of the world. The Yapping King? Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. The Yapping King. Next time. That's the next stream title. The Yapping Queen. Remind me. Definitely not doing a D&D campaign at the moment with 2 players being necromancers and trying to bring about the end of the world for Dark God, so this definitely isn't my jam. Yeah. That sounds sick, actually, though. I'm so behind that. I wanna run an evil campaign so bad. I wanna play an evil campaign. I wanna run one. I wanna do evil, fucked up shit. So if you want a similar game, there's Terra Invicta, which is just XCOM but made by the Long War team. Yes, I have Terra Invicta. I haven't played in a while, actually. It's been updated a few times. I've been thinking of going back. Aye, yapping. Thank you for the hydrate, Bell. And thank you for the stretch. Let me get those in here. Hi, I love being evil and fucked up in RPGs. Big stretch. Goodness. Big, big stretch. Whoa. Hold on. Whoa. Wow. Well, what are we doing? Where am I? That felt really good. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's get out of here. Let's roll. Let's I need to eat badly. Actually, time's flying. It's now 5:40, just about. I gotta be places. I gotta be places. I gotta shoot them a message and be like, "Oops, sorry, running a bit behind." They're probably running behind too. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers. Um, I'm so bad. I'm terrible. The worst. Shaking my head. But thank you all so much for being here. I have had an amazing, lovely time. This has been a great way for me to spend my afternoon, and it's thanks to viewers like you. Stealing the PBS bit because it sounds so good, doesn't it? You know? I mean, you get to give credit and it rolls off the tongue really well. Love the PBS bit. We gotta run that diplomacy game eventually. Honestly, like, I won't get to it today, but remind me about the diplomacy game. Actually, like, bother me about it. Like, be like, hey, diplomacy game? Because it's something that I should do and I would like to do, but my attention span, my ability to remember to do tasks in the future is limited. I should write it on a sticky note. Actually, I've got a sticky note right here. This doesn't have to be your job. It can be the sticky notes job. Not that you're not allowed to, get after me about it. Diplomacy. Oh my god, my handwriting's so shit. Community. That doesn't even look like a word. Diplomacy. I'll know what that is. Thanks for stream. Have a good day. Love you. Love you. Thank you all so much for tuning in again. I have been your host, V Scarlet. It has been my pleasure. I will be back here tomorrow, likely around the same time. Anticipate me around, maybe the mid-afternoon. And we'll be streaming some more stuff. I don't know what it's going to be yet. It might be a continuation of this lovely little game. It might be something else entirely. And if I haven't decided, feel free to show up early and help me make the decision. So I'll catch you next time. Be safe. Enjoy your weekend. It's Sunday. Go a little wild. Nobody's functional on Monday, you know? Who cares? And I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.